Blog Talk Radio.
Carrie John Production.
Black Power Man who rap. Yeah. I just need a moment to think and a second to breathe, cause it seems the life that I lead is putting pressure on me. I done made some bad decisions, but I'm focused on winning, trying to pitch the whole nine, getting stronger every inning, behind a few runs, but I was told from the beginning, don't you ever lose your confidence. Swing for the fences, gotta know your role, play every position, listen to your coach, and play within the system, but motherfuck the system, cause the system got rules to give advantage to the home team, so you always gonna lose. When you feeling broke, you gotta have the proper tools to run up on a Jew, take his wallet and his jewels. I hunt you like a wolf, cause you ain't dealing with a fool, cause I know who got the money, and money buys food, and money buys the weapons when it's time for us to duel. But for now, I play it cool, stay in the books like school. I'm a man with honor, not a crook like you. Don't confuse me with another, I ain't shook like you. True daughter, that's my heart and my soul, and my ultimate goal is to get free. Trigger fingers to fold, your best bet is to leave us alone. Desert Eagle is chrome, while you reaching for the stars, bullets reach for your dome. To get grittier, spit nasty as chlamydia. You hit it up, spray up your neighborhood with 50 shots. United we stand, divided we fall, but either way this white man plan to body us all. Put my life on the line every time I record, because there ain't no Pro Tools or microphones in the morgue. So I spit it how I live it, middle finger to the critics, or anyone who thinks that what I'm spitting is a gimmick. I teach it and I give it to my seeds, there is no limit. What I will do to protect them for their freedom, you'll be finished. I'm a menace every time I spit a sentence. Surgeon, not a doctor. Hospital, not a clinic, is what you gon' be needing when I take it past the limit. Throw my weight into my hook, punch lines, then I pivot. Every single lyric, that black warrior spirit, let you know it's freedom or death, and I ain't trying to hear it. Anything less is confusion, so I only drop the kind of music that supports the revolution.
They say it takes a minute to pray and a second to die. I see so many Africans with death in their eyes, praying to the wrong God, and why they get no reply. I'ma get mine while they wait to get in the sky. Ever since I elevated, I ain't need an elevator. Took me 20, I'ma show you how to take 10 to make it. Each reach, teach, that should be the custom. Willie L-Y-N-C-H taught us not to trust us. Do you still trust them? Still lust them? You're still a Christian? You're still a Muslim? Well, look within, you find a temple holier than anything with so much potential. No book building, pope nor clergy can never supersede the energy which is lurking. To activate it, practice patience, having faith in self, build confidence so we don't have to wait for help. Man of integrity, no switch sider like you, speaking from the soul, no rider like you. Two C's, that's my heart and my soul, though one is a ghost. She told me, daddy, don't give up, just go. Your best bet is to continue to bypass. I don't got no white flag, I get crackers a finger like I owe those to the triad or the Yakuza. This sort of maneuver, formula foreign to foreigners who par with the Ku Klux. What a freight train in your mainframe, saying grace is a lot. Slave name to slave name, problems stay the same, man, till it get hot. Living check to check like I worked in the Nike sweatshop. Bills got paid though, kids got fed though. Now I'm square two, helium periodic table till I'm out it. Ugly neighbors, I spit like a Saudi sunflower seeds and chew in tobacco. All jokes aside, black folk posterized, cream of the earth, currently ostracized. I go in overtime, locked in Cochrane cross-examination, phenom, beyond peons who won the rhyme by Nathan. If you said U.S., you guessed correctly. My Yasa walk proud, screaming death to white supremacy. Anything less is confusion. That's why we only drop the kind of music that support the revolution.
Yo, with eyes closed, you tap into intuitive sight. So I'd rather keep dreaming and bring that vision of life. Cause where I'm from, the habits, pack clips and losing. I'd rather build stack chips and keep it moving. Revolutionary. How come choose to keep snoozing, to step away from sanity? I solidify my delusion and checking from time to time. Make sure y'all ain't abusing the truth, then drive a dude cause y'all confusing it. You, we do for self, and I ain't talking about ghetto rock climbing. Man, that's a one-way ticket to being a slave or a private prison. Getting pennies a day for the basics, living in cages while our labor makes their life a vacation. So we dictate how the pros do, validate our own moves. I take over this culture according to how my soul moves. Vibrant, shining, let no industry hold you. Make your own fate or someone else to make it for you. I implore you, Mother Nature adores you. She melanated your race and birthed up the devil for you. I am Lord, insightful, watch the landed on this blue rock to restore my eye. Knock the beast and bring my queen back. Her jewels and wash her feet and climb on her lap to rule high. The true vivo hijo de Iti Bakahu Baba. A war chant for my people, le canto a la Pachamama. I am ASAFO, lock and load and live by a warrior's code. Step before dishonor, no mercy for treason. Don't stop squeezing till the traitor's heart stops beating. I'm keeping ancient secrets sacred for him who has an ear to hear it. I say it, bring it back if you think I'm playing. Anything less is confusion, so I only drop the kind of music that supports the revolution.
My ancestors woke me up this morning. They say, son, you do know what time it is, don't you? My ancestors woke me up this morning. They said, son, you do know what time it is, don't you? I said, what time is that? They said, it's wartime. So welcome to the war front, brothers and sisters. Happy to have you here on this March 2nd, 2015, year of the white race. And after this weekend, I'm pretty certain that their rule on planet Earth is coming to an end very, very shortly. And we are going to be part of the force that makes it happen. Glad to have you with us tonight, brothers and sisters. This is going to be a program you don't want to miss. We got a lot to talk about. We got some exciting program tonight that you really going to love. Of course, Lumumba's Revenge has just dropped, and the world will never, ever be the same. That's right. We're going to have United Front General, Godly the Black Mineral on tonight. The United Front General Bomani Mayasa is going to be on with us live tonight, and we're going to do a live listening party. We're going to go through and talk about different tracks on the album, Lumumba's Revenge, what it's about. We just going to bring it to the fam. So this is something you don't want to miss, brothers and sisters. This is something you're going to truly enjoy. Go ahead and tell everybody, tell a neighbor, tell a friend that we are on live with Brother Bomani Mayasa. That's right, the brother who, along with so many other brothers and sisters down there this weekend, rocked out on the microphone at the Warriors Conference in Tampa Bay, Florida. But let me tell you, I'm proud to say we had our Queen Jasira in the house opening up the program on Friday and Saturday night. And man, she blew it out. That I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the official Black Power national anthem. That Queen Jasira Black National Anthem, man. When she sing that thing, man, it sends chills through your spine. We're not talking about standing around and loving no white folks or loving being enslaved. She sing a song and make you feel good to be an African and to be what they call RBG, red, black, and green, following in the footsteps of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And man, let me just tell you, for anybody that wasn't there this weekend, oh man, I'm telling you, I just got to give you the news though. I just got to go ahead and tell you. Now I want everybody to sit back for a second. I want you to step back for a second. I'm about to share something with you that's going to shake you. First, let me just say I want to thank all the brothers and sisters that came from all around the country and other countries. We had people that crossed the Canadian border. They said, I got to go south. Usually it was us trying to run away from enslavement, leaving America, crossing the border, going north into the cold climates. We were so strong this weekend, we had brothers and sisters coming all the way from Canada, crossing the northern border to get away from enslavement to come down to freedom land in Florida, where we know that the Maroons and the rebellions used to occur on a regular basis with black communities fighting for freedom and independence. That was everyday occurrence down in that part of the world. So we know that this is nothing new. So it was powerful. But I got to tell you something. I'm going to rock your socks off. I'm going to give you a few announcements. Then we're going to bring on our brother Bomani Mayasa. But let me tell you like this, brothers and sisters. Whoa, and that's the whole squadron, you know, all of the team that we roll with. Whoa was too warrior for the Warriors Conference. Oh, I know, stop. Somebody just dropped their glass. Don't break your glass right now. Don't break your glass like that. I'm going to say it again. War on the horizon rep so strong. We was too warrior for the Warriors Conference. We had to see if we can go and get some D-warrior medicine. We got to de-woe a little bit. Because we came out, we said, well, look, this is the Warriors Conference. We need to come out correct. We need to come out strong. You know, we know that it's not about the show. It's about the work. But it is about this. If you're at a Warriors Conference, then you want to come out to the Warriors Anthem. So you can't have no Warriors Anthem if you ain't got the United Front General on the scene. So we got United Front General, then you got Che Black on the sticks, putting together all the heat on the videos. And so he took the race war, and Che Black did the little twisty turny thing with the edits and scratches and all of the stuff right behind the music. So we got the screen up when they about to bring on the Irritated now. Now keep in mind, we had to set it had to all be right. First they open up with Baba Baruti. See, they say the elders got to open the way for you. You got to have that permission to come in. So it was set up, and brother Baba Baruti was sitting in the back of the room with Mama Yah. And right to the right of them is our Straight Black Pride chapter with nothing but strong brothers and sisters who love their people and have said, we want to do something to fight this agenda of genocide. Got the Straight Black Pride flag waving on top of the wall. The Straight Black Pride flag. Straight Black Pride t-shirts, and all the brothers and sisters rocking them like, yo, this is how we move. So Baba Baruti gets up with Mama Yah right there, representing that Straight Black Pride. And they get up and they got to walk past all the RBG brothers and sisters. Then they got to walk past the Lone Star. They got to walk past the Charlotte RBG. And Baba Baruti is walking up, and the crowd is just banging to the head with the elder come up. And he get up there and does like he always does. He gave the rules of engagement. He talked about what warriors do. He even said, should no warriors not have their women prepared to have the heat, because our women are warriors too when we fall in battle. You got to have the Thule with you and everything. So we looked around and said, okay, the way we playing this thing is right. We got to come out. This is a Warriors Conference. You got to come, whoa, heavy. You got to put the whoa in the war on the horizon. Whoa. You got to put that whoa thing down. So we got the United Front General, so you know it's war already, because he up there just breaking the stage open. The whole crowd is just lifted on it. I mean, Friday night, all of the artists came and blew it out. So Saturday, when it's time to go, Baba Baruti done finished and sat down now. United Front Generals on the stage with the Che Black twisty edits in the back. And then it's time to bring on the Irritated, and he dropped the hammer on the sound, and they went into the race war joint with the background playing with all the video, and here go Bomani rocking, both hands shackled, thinking to myself, these crackers low down and dirty. Pig try to snuff me. So the whole crowd is like, yo, this is hot. And he's just rocking, and the whole energy is hot, and the next thing you know, you got brothers walking up to the stage with the Irritated Genie with the chopper. Like, what? Let's do this. This is what we came to the Warriors Conference. Brothers and sisters looking around like, oh my goodness, what is this? That's right, you know where you at. Sisters, oh my God, what's going on? What you mean, this ain't for you? I mean, it's for you, but it ain't for you. You supposed to be happy. Supposed to be finally. Supposed to be saying, finally, that's what I'm talking about. But I mean, had the whole crowd shook, get up to the stage. That brother here Another brother here with the chopper. It's the chopper. Come with the chopper. Getting ready to do the whole thing and drop the hammer and do the lecture. And the brother is scattered to the stage. I'm like, what this brother scattering up here for, man? You see me talking? So I'm trying to drop it. Brother, the owner, man, we got to get the chopper out. What? You mean get the chopper out? I said, you said, brother, we need the chopper in. This Warriors conference. We got to get the chopper out. I see little coming irritated on no battlefield talking about get the chopper out. We got a chopper in, dude. I was even been like, Keeney, we need more choppers in. No, he said, I just started. You got to get that chopper out. I said, man. So I started to be like, whatever, man. You keep talking, I'm going to put the chopper on you. Then I said, you know what? Don't get overzealous. Just go ahead and ask the brother to de-warriorify, because this is the Warriors Conference. I know. It doesn't sound like it makes sense. It sounds like it's an oxymoronic type of thing, or maybe just moronic. But then I thought about it, maybe we just too woke. I know. Some of you say, no, it's never too woke. I don't know. Maybe not, but maybe it is. Maybe we was just too woke. That's right. War on the horizon officially is too warrior for the Warrior Conference. I don't know. But it all dropped this weekend. We had all of the usual suspects there. Brother Griff followed up. Sarah Sudesetti followed up. Mama Rima Ani closed it out. And brothers and sisters, let me just say, we did what we do down there. It was a weekend that's definitely memorable. I don't think anybody will ever forget it. And I have to say, it was the first time that I can officially declare, beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, that war on the horizon is just too low. With that said, brothers and sisters, I want to thank the Straight Black Pride chapter, Brother Alias, all the brothers and sisters, Sister Lorraine, for really saving the lives of War on the Horizon. She saved out, I can't tell you how, but man, the sisters just came up, all of the brothers and sisters just stood up and saved. They ain't just saved us, they saved the whole conference, really. But I'm not going to talk about all that, but if it wasn't for the Straight Black Pride brothers and sisters jumping in and saying, hey, we're going to make sure that this thing really is successful, no telling what might have happened. So I'm very, very proud to tell you that Straight Black Pride Tampa is where it's at. If you're black and you love black people and you really want to do something meaningful, you might as well go ahead and get connected right now with that Straight Black Pride chapter, Brother Alias and them down in Tampa, because that's exactly where it's at, brothers and sisters. So without any further ado, let me just say one more thing. I want to tell the people about two events, and then I'm going to bring on the brother, because you ain't come here to hear me. You want to hear that Mayasa Bomani. He can do a cracker grimy, can be white trash or a crooked hiney. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, he did. Yes, if you wasn't there, it's your fault. You missed it. Yes, he performed Crack in the Trunk Friday night. I know. It's not my fault. You missed it, I didn't. But what did he do it Saturday? One way or the other, he put a crack. The cracker was in the trunk Friday night, I'm sure. Because I remember looking in the trunk, and I was like, what is this? And it was a cracker. So I was like, oh, because it was a crack in the trunk. So, but April 11th, 2015, we're going to be in Norfolk, Virginia, doing I'm Conscious Now What lecture, brand new lecture at the House of Consciousness. April 11th, mark it down. We got people coming from across the country already reached out to us. We're going to do a lecture that really is one saying, look, I've just gotten this information, I've learned it, but I've been living my whole life without it. How do I transition in a way that's with the least amount of pain, and how do I navigate this course? It's going to be something that's going to be really valuable for a lot of brothers and sisters, particularly who are new in Pan-Africanism and want to know how they make the right transitions and go the right direction and have minimal conflict with their family and friends, and don't lose everything in the midst of just trying to go the right direction. Also, how not to get driven into a bunch of crazy stuff to have to eventually come back around and figure out where a person should start. And so we're going to, recommend the right books to read, the right perception to have, the right understanding to know the condition of our people in the consciousness, to know how to navigate this process of coming into your consciousness and actually walking this path in a meaningful kind of way. So come on out there for that. And then May, it's going to be May 9th. We're going to have Ashra and Mary Raquazi, the master teacher and the queen, right back in Norfolk, Virginia for Mother's Day weekend on that Saturday, May 9th, for a dual lecture, a straight Black Pride weekend with Mama and Baba Kwesi. And Baba Kwesi is going to be doing the African Builders of Civilization, and the spiritual mystery systems, and African spirituality. And Mama Kwesi is going to be doing Sisters in the Struggle, a whole lecture dedicated to talking about Black women who fought in the freedom struggle for African people historically around the world. It's one of my favorite lectures out of all lectures because I love to hear about these warrior sisters. And you're going to really, really, really enjoy that for Mother's Day weekend. So come on out and check that out. Without any further ado, because I don't want to get jacked up the way this dude was jacking the mic this weekend, because it was just unfavorably unruly the way he was rocking this thing out this weekend. Let me go ahead and get this unruly character on the mic before I catch and get some calls and I get some threats, because I know how these dudes go. Let me see what I can do. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Is that Mayasa Bomani? What's
Praise
going on,
Nat Turner, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, look, before you even come in here and start blasting away, you done blasted all weekend. Am I lying, or was we too woe for the Warriors Conference?
Yo, woe was too woe for the Warriors Conference, brother. I can't even call it, man.
At least we know we got the battle against the white race on the way. So, look, let's just jump right in here. The people are on the line. They ready to hear from the United Front General. Let me first ask you, brother. We know that you and Brother Omar Wali and United Front putting all this great work together. What inspired you to do this album at this time, Lumumba's Revenge? Talk to us about that.
Well, first and foremost, I got the idea for the title because I believe the ancestors send messages to us all the time. If you really pay attention and watch your environment, man, you see them sending messages to you all the time. And for the span of a few weeks, Lumumba was just a reoccurring theme in my life. Like, I kept running into books and documentaries on him. So, I came up with the idea and concept of Lumumba's Revenge, which is basically when you bring justice to Uncle Tom's and race traders. And I felt like, a lot of times we get too focused on dealing with, the external enemy. We don't really focus on the internal enemy. We don't deal with Uncle Tom's and traders, and, that's why I did this project.
Now, could you give the people just a real brief background of who, for those who might be new to consciousness, but they've heard, they tuning in for the first time, could you give them a little bit of background about who Patrice Lumumba is and what happened to him, and why we see on your cover Patrice Lumumba with a knife looking like he's cutting the throat of somebody? Could you talk about that a little bit?
Well, Patrice Lumumba was the first democratically elected prime minister or head of state to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And he was betrayed by someone he trusted, Mr. Mobutu, who was in cahoots with the Belgians as well as with the crackers in the United States to overthrow his government. And he was eventually assassinated, him along with two other brothers.
Okay, and so you got Mobutu on the front of the cover getting his throat slit by Lumumba. It's obvious what it is, but could you tell us what message that cover is designed to convey?
Well, on the surface, you see Patrice Lumumba as well as Mobutu, but really what it represents is Patrice Lumumba represents all freedom fighters. He represents those who were betrayed by their own. He represents the Malcolms. He represents the Thomas Sankaras and the Fred Hamptons. And Mobutu represents the race traders. He represents the Mobutus. He represents the Al Sharptons and Jesse Jacksons and Gene Roberts. He represents those people. So basically, and the blade being at his neck. You know what I'm saying? It's about inflicting justice upon those who did wrong to our people.
You just dropped this thing. What has the response from brothers and sisters? First of all, tell us what the response of this brand new project that you dropped, this album, has been, and then tell people how they can get it.
Oh man, the response has been overwhelming, man. I didn't think that the people would appreciate the way that they're doing, and as quickly as as they are. I just want to thank everybody out there who purchased a copy already, whether you bought a digital download or a physical copy. I really appreciate you. I love you, and I do this for you. And it's really overwhelming for me because I really didn't think that it would catch fire like it's doing right now. And you can purchase it via PayPal, youngkhalid@gmail. That's my PayPal account. You can purchase a digital download as well as the physical copies. We'll send the copies to you once the PayPal goes through, and you get the digital download immediately once you send them through PayPal. The CD is $15, which includes shipping and handling, and the digital download is $10.
Wow, and I like you said once the PayPal goes through. It's not so people know when they put it in. That's not when it comes out. It's once it's been accepted and paid for. They get it right shipped to them. So we got that. So look, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this thing because this is a listening party. They want to hear a little bit of talking just to get it set up. But tell me, what track are we gonna start with to give people just a feel for the song and the heart of what this album is about? What are you talking about? What are you telling our people? What are you trying to convey to our people? Where do we start so we can get just a feel for this? We're not gonna play all the songs all the way through. We just gonna spot check some of the.
But I really can't hear what you're saying. Like you're breaking up. Repeat that.
Okay. Can you hear a little bit better now?
No, I hear you, but it's like it's going in and out, like it's chipping up.
Okay, let me see.
That it sounds better now.
Okay, it sounds better now.
Yeah. Repeat that question, brother.
Okay, I was saying we're not gonna play each song all the way through. So my question to you is: we're about to start the listening on the listening party. Which song do we start with to give the people just a little glimpse of the kind of spirit that's on this album?
I would say let's start with Cuba Gooding Jr., brother. You coming out the box, man. You gonna give my wife's favorite joint. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, let's just go ahead and play this thing, y'all. Man, I'm sorry, brother. I know we discussed it and not playing everything all the way through, but I'm sorry, brother. Once I hit the button on this, my fingers become tired. I cannot not let this song play all the way through, man. It's like one of my favorite songs. Well, go ahead, brother. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. This is Cuba Gooding Jr. off the brand new release, Lumumba's Revenge by United Front.
Hey, what did I tell you about disrespecting my Nubian princess? With disrespect, oh my God, the mother of Mecca is right here before me. Do my eyes not deceive me, or am I looking at the goddess Isis herself? Can you do me a favor, my brown skin angel? Can you tap that white girl for me? My milk of magnesia. Oh, after the devil made you, he broke the mold. Well, maybe you and I could make a little jungle fever. Okay, yeah, all right. Woo! Now that there is something special.
How come you talk all that noise about white men and then go date white women, fool?
No, you see, I'm just trying to do to white girls what the white man's been doing to us for 400 years.
Yeah, what's that?
Hold up. Yeah, yo, what's good, B?
Yo, son, you gotta tell me what happened. I'm hearing things, man. You gotta tell me what happened. Yo, you wouldn't even believe it, bro. Woke up, praise Diamond for making your boy your rider feeling vibrant. Playing lectures at Dr. College. Saw my phone ringing and it was my man Thomas. Used to be a knucklehead, but now he turned rocker. We laughed about old times, but now that we was conscious was proper. Because we did away with the nonsense. Told me that he settled down, found him a queen. Said it's time for him to walk the aisle, bought her a ring. So I gave him my congrats, props and all that. I gave him a verbal dap and I told him to call back. Matter of fact, come through, we can sit down and have a chat. All the brothers coming through, and back to the brother crew. I'ma keep it on the low so the brothers won't have a clue. Please bring wifey to meet the rest of the crew. He told me that he would, so we came to the hood, and I gave my brother a hug. It was all to the good. Kojo bought the food, got the vegan eats popping. Everybody started bopping once the Cypher Ink popped in. Brothers playing dominoes, Cypher in the hallway, brothers spitting all kinds of flows. Every rhyme proper though. Shay cracking jokes. He told me dude was a square like a pack of smokes. I took it as a random thought. Tom told me that his girl was running late, that she would meet him at my place about 8:15. Look down, check the time, about 1/4 the bills. We got 30 minutes to chill. It's good to see him for real. Sister Nefertari looking at the Rastafari like something ain't right, but don't let it ruin the party. IG looking ornery. He said he got a funny vibe. Dude looking corny. He ain't fit to join the army. I nodded to acknowledge the scholar. He said dude was a clown like Ronald McDonald. You better watch him. I better take heed to Genie know how to spot him. And it could be a problem when the snake is playing possum. But Tom, that's my man, and I can't understand the big homie won't shake his hand like he a part of the clan. Tom's phone started buzzing on his hip. He removed it from the clip. He said, wifey out front, she in the whip. So we walked out on the porch. Yo, I think about the flip. Cause this Tom is marrying some pale streaky head. Before I knew it, the sisters went and snatched her out of the Buick, started beating her with a rhythm like it was music. They gave that girl a thrashing, whooped the ass in the fight. They broke her glasses, gave her lashes like the Passion of Christ. The sisters beat her with the garbage can, beat her out of running shoes, beat her out of jogging pants. She never really had a chance. Ain't no police coming and ain't no ambulance. Tom just standing looking goofy like some hammer pants. Rich choked him, True gave him a monster slap. All the brothers stomped him till we flattened out his roster tap. I wish I would've known this beating would've been sooner. Who the hell you think you is? Cuba Gooding Jr. Listen, we ain't brothers, we ain't partners or friends. You see this ass whooping head, this is Lumumba's revenge. Yo, what happened to me? I can't tell you, man, I got a body with my dude. So when a cat like me got 9 lives, bitch, so I can afford to pay high. Hey, listen, man, you already know, we don't know.
Alright, there we go, brothers and sisters. That's Cuba Gooding Jr. So let me see if I understand correctly. You was chilling in the house, you met your old friend from back in the day, talked to him on the phone, he about to get married, and you found out that this cat was a Rastafarian running around with a white devil. And you had he got the beats breaks off of him with the whole black fam. Tell me where that song came from and how you decided that was a relevant song to be putting on Lumumba's Revenge.
Well, basically, I made the record, man. I mean, first let me say, because people who think I'm attacking Rastafarians or whatever, that's not even the case. The brother in the song represents those brothers who claim to be conscious or African-centered, but yet still feel it's acceptable to date outside the race. And basically the song is basically an idea that, putting the idea out there that there should be consequences when you portray your people in such a way and you think it's acceptable to bring them around the family. There have to be consequences for that. So the sisters didn't appreciate it, and the girl got her jogging pants beat off.
Yes, sir. Okay, and so basically that song was a song that basically was talking about. I'm suggesting or inferring that it's an Uncle Tom or Mobutu race trader position to be dating outside of the race. Exactly. Like, being loyal to the race is being loyal to the black family, being loyal to your black woman if you're a black man, excuse me. So anything other than that is not acceptable and it's racial treason, and there got to be consequences for that. So I'm gonna take it that all of these new television programs like scandal with the black female, with the white male, having all kind of sexual stuff, or the empire with all this interracial stuff. You're not with all this stuff. This is racially treason stuff, and you saying you taking a position in Lumumba's spirit and the spirit of the freedom fighters against this kind of behavior.
I'm in the spirit of straight black pride. Black man, black woman, black child. Nothing else is acceptable for the African family. Anything else is treason.
Got it. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to another song. What we're going to hit next, give us a little bit of a breakdown of what it is, where it came from, and let's rock out.
All right, let's go to BPMR, which stands for Black Power Manhood Rap, featuring my brother Siguayo. Respect to my brother Siguayo, man. I see you out there, brother.
All right, so give me... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, basically, Black Power Manhood Rap is basically describing what I do. What I do is slightly different from what my brother Ambassador O does or what my brother Che Black does. I describe my style of rap as Black Power Manhood Rap because, first and foremost, it's about being black. It's about being proud. It's about being a man. So I try to display all those qualities within my music and promote those as positive things.
Got you. Well, let's go ahead right into it, brothers and sisters. That's BPMR featuring Siguayo, United Front, BPMR, Black Power Manhood Rap.
This is Power Manhood Rap. I ain't selling no crack, I spit facts, drop knowledge on wax, but this is Black Power Manhood Rap. I keep it right and exact, stand on my square, be prepared to attack, but this is Black Power Manhood Rap. Ain't no devils or rats within my circle, I be keeping it black, but this is Black Power Manhood Rap. Yeah, this is For those who seem confused, let me give you the news. 100% black owned, they controlled by the Jews, ain't controlled by the industry. I roll through your ministry like 110 of me, intimidating enemies. That money and that car stuff ain't really that impressive when you suffer than the Broad Cup. The genie told me get the cracker, so I got him. Then he gave me the revolver, then I shot him. Not a problem, Marcus Garvey with the flow, aim the social in the booth. The cracker slot detector even tell you I'm the truth. Stomping crackers out, I'm providing you with proof. When I step inside the studio with blood upon my boots. War on the horizon, ain't no treaties or no truce, cause they still lynching brothers and the system is the noose. Sacrificial generation type of seeds we must produce to go to war with the beast, restoring dignity and truth. I ain't selling no crack, I spit facts, drop knowledge on wax, but this is I keep it right and exact, stand on my square, be prepared to attack, but this is ain't no devils or rats within my circle, I be keeping it black, but this is
A wise man once said, crackers are only good in the box, and I'm prepared to use my bare hands to dig out the block, cause my only notion of progress is when my spirit's flesh moving forward through this European chest, yes. I'm all for my people moving forward, but no me digan latino, soy hijo de Zambagoa, the son of Anacaona and King Shaka, the feathered serpent, the return of Zapata, with his white mace, here to free Idi Bakahubaba from this cancerous plague known as the white race. We all prisoners of war, so the protocol must be executing all if you wanna see the devil fall. Aside from Kemal campaign on the mic, inspire rise with the poems I recite. I ain't a rapper, I'm a step towards freedom. A rebel born with bloody clenched fist for a reason. I'm a heat.
I ain't selling no crack, I spit facts, drop knowledge on wax, but this is I keep it right and exact, stand on my square, be prepared to attack, but this is ain't no.
Brothers and sisters, that was Black Power Manhood Rap. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about Black Power Manhood. So, brothers and sisters, we just opened up the chat line. Sorry about that. Forgot to get it open when we started. So anybody that's interested in going into the chat room, you can go into the chat room now and kick it. We just launched it. It's wide open for anybody that wants to do it. Let me do this. We're going to talk about one more song and what it is, and then we're going to go to a couple of phone calls. Then we're going to get back into the music and everything like that. So Give me one more track. Give us a breakdown of, you know, what this track, where you got this idea from, what it's about, and everything like that. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Then we're gonna go to a phone call or two. All right, bro?
All right. No problem, man. Next up, man, let's go with Race War. Let's go with Race War, man. Basically, I got the idea from that. You know, I'm a big, what should I say? I used to be a big Ghostface Killer fan, and that instrumental was one of my favorite beats, man. So I was listening to one of your lectures one day. I see the snippet that I used at the beginning of the song, and you mentioned that this is a race war, and that's basically where I got the idea from, brother. It was inspired by you, without question.
Wow. It's probably why I like this thing so much, man. It's like, to me, the black freedom fighters warlord anthem, man. This thing, man, everybody I talk to that hears this song, that's a fighter, loves this. Just like the one that the brothers, when they in the gym, they say, yo, this when I put this joint on, when I'm trying to do them last couple of reps and get it going and finish up, this is the hammer joint right here that they like to play. What kind of responses have you gotten about this song, Race War?
Man, and once again, man, before I even put the project out, we had leaked this song, and the people just ate it up, man. I was really shocked by how well people liked it. To be honest with you, I wasn't 100% sure about it. But I threw it out there just to kind of see if it would stick, and if people accepted it, man, and, you know, people loving it. I got nothing but positive feedback from everybody, man. I appreciate all those who support United Front and Afrikan Insurrektion Muzik.
Well, I know it's a hit because I'm on it. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is Race War, United Front. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. You know, we start coming on and putting it out.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Y'all ready for this? It's Race War, the final solution. This ain't what's the problem. This ain't what's been going on for the last 6,000 years. This ain't can we find some justice. This ain't how we can come to the middle and make some kind of agreement on something. It's Race War. Let's go. Both hands shackled, thinking to myself, this cracker slow down and dirty. The pig try to snuff me, but he ain't on my repertoire. The guard never rushed me. Kicked him right in his face and made him uncuff me. Believe that, trust me. As sure as an A-Rap, armpits is musty. My bars is disgusting. Stay at the gym cause the club is lame. I'm training to beat crackers like Cover Lang, my gun to bang. Mental slave, better tuck your chain. Put the truth in the circle scaffold, they cut the same. United Front is the fam, and the Sappho is the clan. I'm the guard, and I hit hard as 100 hands till the cracker where he stand. And if the gun is jam, I'ma have to pull a blade and stab him hard as I can. But mine is on the roll like preparing to split. But I'm all about building like Ham or Biff. I'll be standing on my square with the fist, while you got a limp wrist standing there like a bitch. Please pardon my French. When we hug these mics, we get busy. I'm Omani the guard, that's G.O.G. How I smash a cracker so simple. With a bat, sword of my pistol. Leave dead bodies, dead bodies. Ain't no forgiveness, no sorries. That's word, race war, you heard? Understand what I'm saying? Yeah, listen. This one's for Garliac who put some bodies on it. This one's for NOY who put some bodies on it. This is for the Black Panthers with some bodies on it. Blasting like John Jackson with the shotty on them. Resurrection, the Mars, Essex, the AR is the preference. Or the 357 Smith and Wesson putting pressure. This is for my ancestors. I break middle fingers, save your hand gestures. You're gonna need protection. I'm 360 in your cypher.
All right. I can't give y'all everything. I know some people out there right now, some of these punk bootleggers are out there with they CD disc players right now, just clicking the button and listen to take it because they got to put these things out there like flapjacks is, man. You know, they see this thing, it's the hottest thing on the market right now. Yo, brother, how do you enjoy performing that particular track live?
Man, it was a rush, man. Especially, man, when you came through with them gorillas with that chopper, bro. Man, Charles on the stage, man, he wasn't ready for that one, bro. I wasn't ready for that one.
Yo, they almost put us out the building. I looked at you said the AI is the preference. You just pointed right to the chopper as we was coming out. I was like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. I'm thinking they want the chopper in, but, brother, they wanted the chopper out.
Man, that was a historic moment, man. Bro, like, you had to be there. If you missed it, man, you missed it for real.
Yeah, man. They said, look, I couldn't see him because he was in front of me, thank goodness. But I heard if you'd have seen the look on the brother's face coming out with the readiness, that you would have known that woe was in the house in full effect. United Front was the hand with the gods in there. We had Che Black, the real live, true and living goon. And man, it was just a family environment with a lot of love and a lot of love for our people and a lot of hatred for the condition our people are in, man. I really, really glad that you was able to make it and do what you do there, brother. You mind if we go to? Oh, go ahead.
Now I just want to say, big up Che Black, man. He gets Goon of the Year, man. Word up, man. Che Black be holding it down. Also, let me give a big shout out to my brother Alias, man. Alias is a warrior. That's a soldier down there. The straight Black Pride brothers down in Tampa, they was holding it down for real, man. Much respect. Yeah, no question about it. And because your man came up, I think at some point we're gonna definitely play the one. I gotta say a lot of love to you did that collab. I don't really listen to nobody outside of Afrikan Insurrektion, but y'all kept telling me about this Tahir RBG guy. And I was like, man, it's not United Front. It ain't Brothers Keeping, ain't Queen Jasira, And man, I finally heard this dude, and now I'm like a straight up Tahir RBG addict. I'm like I'm an addict on the stuff. This brother's strong. Love the work that he's doing, and love the piece that y'all put together. Yeah, man. Respect to Tahir, man. Tahir's an OG, man. He one of the people that early in the game, man, kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing the way I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Tahir worked with Dead Prez, put down, some classic music for years, and he continues to still drop quality classic music, man. You ain't hear that a beat for Hodier or that cut the devil head off. You ain't hear nothing, man. That's my man. Respect Tahir RB Blue, brother. Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to go to our phone lines, take a couple lines. We're going to chop it up a little bit, then we're going to come back in. Might even drop a little hate produce on them. Who knows? You got to drop that, brother. Got to drop that on. All right, so let me see. We're going to go into our phone lines. When you come in here, brothers and sisters, the way we do it here, when we come in, we say, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. That's a house rule. And we want you to come on here and talk to Baba Bomani. Tell them what you think about the album. Say anything else you want to say about the work that they're doing. Let's just chop it up and be a black family tonight. We love y'all, brothers and sisters. Let's go. We're going 2735, 6789, 9329, 4232, 8510, 3053, 7099, 9314. That's how we're going to come tonight. So let's go right here with 2735. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And bear with us, brothers and sisters. Whenever we doing programs like this, they're strong. Sometimes our tech goes haywire, so we having little tech problems here tonight. But 2735, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. All right, 2735, going once, going twice. All right, they just listening. Let's go to 6789. All right, let me tell you what I'm going to do. Everybody just stay where you are. Because we having problems with the connection, I'm going to try to see if I can go right out and come right back in because I want to make sure we can move with this program fast. So let me go ahead and give me 1 second, brothers and sisters. I'm going to go out here, and then I'm going to come right back. So hang on with me. Stay right there. You don't have to worry about nothing. Don't hang up or anything like that. I'll be right back with you. All right, let's go. Let's get a good connection here. Can you hear me still, brother? I hear you, brother.
What's going on here? It's not the night I wanted to have this. We got to get this get our listening on. Let's see if we can get this thing up and going. All right. So let me see. 6789. All right, they're not there. Let me go to a call I know is surefire hit. I'm going to the Warrior and the Soldier in Cincinnati. Praise Nat. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they moved it on me. All right, here we go. 9329. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garland. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I bear witness there is no other God but A.I.M. What's up, June?
Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
There's no God but He.
What's up, Omani? What's the deal, baby?
What's going on, brother? How you, family?
I'm doing all right. I texted you a couple days ago, and told you some rumors I've been hearing, and you said you heard the same.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, man, I definitely gotta get that album, man. That's all I really play, man, in my rides. Is that is United Front, period.
Now look, what's your favorite? If you, it's probably hard to do, but if you had to pick your favorite United Front cut, what would it be?
It's kind of hard, but I like Mountains of the Moon. I like Black Manhood Rap. It's kind of hard to just pick one.
Which one you think is the hardest? Let's not say your favorite. Which one, if you only could play, you had to go cut the devil's head off, you had to go put that work in, which song would you say, I got to listen to this before I go catch that body?
I think that they got the one called Black Public Service Announcement.
The BPSA. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He said he's in a Killer Cracker Glockathon. I was like, whoa.
I like the part when you know, because I be playing it, you know, I got my top down, I'm playing it real loud, everybody hear it. And then Collie come on, talking about why I killed them babies. They be like, what? You know, crackers be looking like, man, what the hell is he playing?
You tell him you be playing that with the devils around, brother?
I like going in a neighborhood playing that.
Oh, you bold, brother. You bold, brother.
Make sure you don't get pulled over. You're going to have a hard time explaining that one. But, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Look, all of that bravado and all that stuff they come with, it all changed when they hear that, don't it?
I mean, what was so crazy, man, I've been needing to hear music like this, man. I've been needing to hear it. You know, and then, it's hard. You know, I done heard conscious music. The message be good, but the delivery be kind of like suspect. And when I heard these guys, I was like, oh no, they got metaphors, they got bars.
They step their bars up.
Oh man, they bars is 100%.
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. That's one of the things that myself, when I first started United Front with the brother Deedle, that was one of the things we had to make sure was that the bars had to always be on point because, you know, we MCs, I take pride in what I write, and I got to make sure everything I write is strong, brother. So I appreciate you for acknowledging that, brother. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And then speaking of him, that song he got with talking about George Washington owned over 300 slaves, but it's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Man, y'all got some cold cuts, man. Real talk, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Man, Kenny, I was harassing him when he came to St. Louis, man. Like, look, man, brother, I got to get some of these songs, man.
Look, he hit me so hard, bro. I had to go ahead, because I didn't have none of your albums, bro. I had to literally go to my computer, hook his iPod up, and let him download all the United Front. I hope I ain't in no trouble. But this brother stayed on me for about an hour after I told him I didn't have no United Front. He bought $100 of stuff off the table, and this is before all the new stuff out. And he was like, I need some African Insurrektion music. I can't live another day without it. And I got to have that UF. So I just said, man, let me go ahead and do this, man. So I know I'm in trouble. I got to go ahead and pay something back to put it to the thing. But this is one of your biggest fans. I can attest to that, brother, because the brother hounded me for an hour till he got walked out the room with something. So This is a real soldier right here. He appreciates it. He uses it for what it's good for.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Sapo salute. And yo, Genie, man, stop bootlegging my stuff, brother.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh. All right, look, man, you got me in trouble, man. Cincinnati, I got to let you go now, man. You got me in trouble tonight, man. Let me let you go, man, because we love you, brother. And we definitely going to see you on the battlefield.
Well, you know I got to get my saying straight. Well, I got to switch it up tonight. Straight Black Pride got me putting my Bluetooths in the trunk.
That's right. All right, brother. Straight Black Pride got me putting my Bluetooths in the trunk. Yeah, that's our brother right there, all the way out in Cincinnati. So let me go to a couple of more phone calls. We'll go to 4232. We're going to go to my sister A.I.M. I know she's going to come in here with some love. Let me go to 4232. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. 4232. All right. Let me go to Sister A.I.M. in California. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. How are you, Brother Jimmy, and peace, Brother Bomani?
Peace, Queen, peace.
Oh, man. Firstly, I'm just mad that I missed that conference. I mean, you guys sound like you brought it down. Man. And you had all that. Yeah. So, well, I wish I was there, but I'm happy, you guys brought it. So, I'm just happy. Thank you, Ginny, for that, for the series or the lecture you're going to do about the consciousness. I'm conscious now, what, or something like that. We really, really do need something like that in our community. Sometimes you get conscious and then you think you're out there with other people, and I never realized how many degrees of consciousness there was. I'm just trying to be black and straight, but you have all these different, anyway, so it's just good for us to know what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to approach this and so on. So thank you for that. And Brother Bomani, it is a pleasure to hear you. It is an honor. It's a privilege to hear, music that is black, that is powerful, that is, you guys are carrying the torch. You have, like the previous caller said, you have conscious rappers, and they're okay and all that, and they have the message, but a lot of the times, they don't have that beat, they don't have that, I don't know how to say it, but when I first got the DVD for the black business, Ginny generously sent me the Afrikan Insurrektion Muzik, and I was like, if you're talking about one of your biggest fans, the brother Khalid out here, he's the one who really introduced me to your music, because he plays that stuff all the time in the car, when at meetings, he's constantly just playing that music, so you can't get away from it. Not that you would try anyway, but so thank you for that. You guys are out there representing and proving that black power is powerful. You don't have to settle for less, and that's why, Ginny, I appreciated your video so much, because it was not just that you're out there talking the truth and YouTube this and all that, but there was quality in your presentation. Somebody could see that somebody actually did some work behind the scenes. So I appreciate that. I'll pause for a second.
Thank you, sis. I really appreciate your words, and much respect to Brother Khalid, man. I had the privilege of meeting the brother once, and he also did the artwork for the cover of Lumumba's Revenge. He's a very, very talented artist.
Wow.
I've never seen anybody more talented at art in my life. The brother's amazing at what he does.
Yes,
and he's always a big supporter of my music, and I love that brother, man. That's my brother right there. So shout out to that brother.
Yes, indeed. And a big shout out to you and to Ginny, and I wish I was there, but Black Power, straight Black Pride, and a baby Fahodi.
Straight Black Pride. Let me say something about the brother Khalid. I have to honestly say, in terms of artwork for what we do, He does a lot of the artwork for Lady Angela Freeman and her great work, which I think is the best work for our children on the market. And he does a lot of the artwork for that. He did Sankofa Superheroes 1 and 2, which are just like my little daughter's favorite books. She knows everybody in the books. They in love with them, and all the people I talk to around the country, they feel the same way. It's like, yo, the stuff he does is incredible. And that Lumumba's Revenge album cover, man, just for the album cover alone, we do stuff digital now, but brothers and sisters, I say honestly, you should get your digital download. That's $10, and then go ahead and pay another $15 to show love, just so you can get the physical copy, so you can have a physical copy, so you can look at the cover of that Lumumba's Revenge, man. It's so telling for what our people do, man, and the artwork, man, is just unprecedented, man.
I mean, and the brother didn't even have I just gave him the idea. I just described to him what I wanted, and it came out way better than I even envisioned in my own mind. That brother's amazing.
Yeah, if you want some artwork done with a real strong African warrior spirit and vibe, we want everybody contact brother Khaled. If you want to get his information, you can contact us at liberation@waronthehorizon.com, and we'll go ahead and we'll reach out to him, and we'll make sure we get you in touch with the brother so that you can see if you can work something out with him, because his work is absolutely positively phenomenal, and to some degree, I think unprecedented in modern context. I haven't seen stuff like it. So let's go back to our phone lines. You cool with that, brother?
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
All right, 3053, praise Nat Turner, glory to God, belong to the spirit of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad.
The one that did this article, Peter Knoll.
3050.
That's a big question I have. I know organizations need
somebody doing look, this is how much they love what you do, bro. They got a radio interview that they doing. And in the background, while they on breaks and stuff like that, somebody sitting here listening so they can hear United Front General, bro, because they want to hear this Lumumba's Revenge. That's some serious stuff right there. Let's go to 7099. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad. All right, now we're going to go to 9314. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad. 9314. All right, let me go to 7259. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad. All right, 7259. We're going to take one more call that actually we get a call, and then we're going to go back and play some more music. Let's go to 9921. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khaled Muhammad. What's up, brother? What's going on?
Oh, we know who this is. This is this.
There you go. There you go. Ambassador O, what's good, brother?
I'm good, family. What's going on?
Maintain,
Ambassador Omawale. What's up, my brethren?
Yeah, I'm all right, family, man. I just want to apologize for not being able to make it out to the conference, family. But I gotta say, man, from what I'm hearing, it was just a brother moment, man. And I'm happy to hear that. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, without
that crowning moment.
This could not have happened. This could not have happened without you, brother, with all the great work you've been doing as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, family, man. I feel like the brother got a chance to see what I've been knowing forever. You know what I'm saying? Me and his brother go back, and I'm a fan. Like I'm listening to Lumumba's Revenge right now, like a fan. I'm on it, but I'm telling you, I'm listening to it like a fan. You know what I mean? I'm really loving this CD. Like it's a Bomani CD. It says United Front, but I'm telling you, it's a Bomani Mayasa CD straight through.
So, do you,
brother?
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Nah, I mean, really, I couldn't have done it without this brother, though, man. Like, people don't really understand the talent this brother has, man, and what he brings to the table is irreplaceable, is valuable. Brother's a genius at what he does, man. I definitely couldn't do this without him, seriously.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. I really do.
So let me ask you, since we got Ambassador Omawale on the line,
yes, sir.
we playing tracks from the thing anyway. What's your favorite? Because we about to go into a track right after you. What's your favorite track on the album, so we can go into the next track and tell us what you like about it and give us a little breakdown of it.
Well, I just gotta say my favorite track is Cuba Gooding. You know what I mean? Which y'all played that already. My second favorite, you know what? I'm going to tell you what my third favorite. I ain't going to say what my second favorite is, because I kind of don't want you to play it. I want people to get it and really sit down with it. It's a deep track, but I would say, like, the joint that stands out right now, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on it, but No Friends, man. No Friends is my joint, man. Shout out to Che Black for the, you know what I mean, for the assist on that one. Yeah, man, I'm digging No Friends for obvious reasons.
Absolutely. So give me a little bit of a breakdown of what that's about, and then
right.
the layout of it, and we're gonna go right into it.
All right. I mean, basically, No Friends is like the way I set the track up is more or less is like I'm taking a ride through the neighborhood, Che riding shotgun, and we just going establishment to establishment. We got all of these people that's in our neighborhoods that's siphoning our economics out of our community. They're not respecting us. They're poisoning us. And as far as I'm concerned, they're pledging allegiance to white supremacy, so they got to go. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know what I mean? It's like me taking a walk through my neighborhood and making a checklist of who got to get rubbed out.
Wow. All right, so we're going to go into it, brothers and sisters. This is a serious track. It's called No Friends. Now, let me ask you, are you going to go ahead and hang up and listen, or do you want to stay on the line while we do the whole program? It's on you.
Yeah, I'll stay on the line, bro.
All right. Well, let's do it like this. We got the whole United Front on air with us, and we going to this song, No Friends, off of Lumumba's Revenge, United Front.
You got my back?
Yeah, brother, man, your back is got.
I got the torch.
I got the gas that's burned down Master's house.
And matter of fact,
let's go to Mr. Childs. He's feeding us poison anyway, so let's get him out. What about Muhammad?
He gotta get it too. Lot of aliens in the hood,
so we gotta hit the tool shed. Cracker in the trunk,
Arab in the trunk,
faggot in the trunk. Finish like I got lacquer in my gun. We gon' need reinforcements on this ride. Bigger cylinders.
You hold the semi
this time. I don't give a damn about Israel or Palestine. They both fighting over land that is mine. Poppy look like me and don't claim it, he your time. Put him in the trunk right next to the scum dwellers, Kims and Wongs. Some say that we wrong, but cleanliness is godly, and I live life like I'm doing laundry. No friends, we ain't got no friends, and that there is evidence. No friends, just pretenders, all they do is benefit. We ain't got no friends. All them folks that we help, and they ain't help us yet, man, we gotta do for self. We ain't got no friends. On mamas and papas, the world's getting rich, and they treat us like paupers. We ain't got no friend. If you look just like me and wanna fight me, that don't sound right, G.
With friends like you, who needs enemies? They hung us in the trees while wearing Mogan Dawid. The evils that he's do, I'm talking about them Hebrews. Synagogue of Satan, you're deceitful. You bankroll the slave ships cause you ain't the anguish we felt got me gripping the stainless steel. It'll melt anything when I aim this. See, the devil got hot his nature, but he ain't gonna change it. Over 1 billion population, black and brilliant. If you Jamaican or Brazilian, raise your fist up to the ceiling. Mean it and say it loud, ain't no crackers allowed. Devil stabbing us in the back while he cracking a smile. A good deed would never ever change the fact that he foul. click. Dump a clip in his brow. Only we can save us. Don't depend on nobody else. Cause they ain't help us yet, man. We gotta do for self.
We ain't got no friends, and that there is evidence. No friends, just pretenders. All they do is benefit. We ain't got no friends. All them folks that we help and
That's strong. That's man, that's serious. When I listen to that song, I'm actually, and that's one thing I like about United Front Music. I'm real serious on it. It's all of y'all stuff. You know, a lot of times y'all say, oh, you know, Irritated Genie inspired me, this. I'll be like, I take it all like, yeah, I'm inspiring them. Yeah, you know how it is. But I'm keeping it real. I listen to y'all music, and some of the concepts and ideas y'all come with, I actually go back to the lab and say, yo, I got to put a lecture together, or I got to drop this idea into a lecture because, like, I never thought of it that way. But when you spade it in those terms and those musical vibrations and you put it into that kind of lens, and I see it more clearly now, I'm like, yo, I have a different way that I deliver information, but I can take what I learned here. And I mean, I'm being honest. I learned stuff. I learned ways to view stuff and see stuff and how to articulate it. And then pretty much what I do is I mad jack you. I jack you. I repackage it. I don't put the rhyme on it, and I give it back to the people, and they love me, brother. So thank you, my brothers.
Cut a check. Cut me the check, brother.
Cut the check.
I gotta send you the check in the mail, huh?
Checks in the mail.
Cash, brother, cash.
If I ain't careful, they're going to start calling me the Mad Jacker. Let me see. We're going to go to our phone line, 4517. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You on live with United Front General Bomani Mayasa and our brother Omar Wale, Ambassador O of United Front. 4517. Going once, going twice. All right. Here we have we're going to an anonymous call here. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Anonymous call. Going once, going twice. All right. Let's go to 9522. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. All right, we got a lot of shy folks on here today, huh? That's all right. That's all right. There ain't no problem. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Let me just go to 8062. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. 8062. All right. Let's go to 7561. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We got a lot of shy folks out here tonight. All right. They just want to hear the music. They're like, we don't want to do all this talking. 0178. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. 0178. What'd you say?
What's going on with the people, man?
I don't know, man. I think y'all got them scared. We ain't got no friends.
Yeah,
they want
to hear the music. They don't want to talk.
Yo, shout out to 18th Dynasty, my brother Maruki, for blessing us with that track, man. That's the brother that did Destiny on Cypher Inc. and Crown Chakra. You know what I mean? What he did? 3 joints?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did No Friends, as well as he did Mountains of the Moon, and he did the interlude Godspeed.
Yeah.
Yo, IG, can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanna put on the line, man, the Goon of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Body himself, brother Che Bliggity. Speak to the people, brother.
Bliggity.
Che Black was good. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Straight Black Pride was good, family.
Straight Black Pride was good, Blaggy.
You know, same fight, different round, man. Just fresh off the Warrior Conference right now.
Yes, sir.
You know, listening to that Lumumba's Revenge, that's what's good.
Yeah.
Yo, Hey, Che, I don't know if you heard the news or not. I'm not sure if you heard or not. Don't tell nobody I told you. But, yo, them woe dudes came out at the Warriors Conference, and they was 2 warriors for the Warriors Conference.
Nah, that was too yeah, that was too much, 2 warrior for the Warrior Conference. That was crazy. But I mean, we had a Warriors Conference, so I'm thinking, they had all type of other foolishness going on, but when it came to the gorilla stuff, you know what I mean, it was too much. And so I'm trying to be political right now, and that's not my thing. Politics ain't my thing.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I'm thinking they gonna want the chopper in, not the chopper out. I just don't understand, man. What's going on with the chopper, man? But anyway, man, look, brother Che Black, how did you feel on the ground seeing the response that the crowd gave Baba Baruti when he went up there and gave that great information that he gave, all the way from the Woe family, the RBG, everybody together showing that kind of love for the elder, man? How did you feel about that?
Well, that's what happens when you have a real warrior, scholar, and an elder in the building, and he speaks. Everybody, you have no choice but to get that respect and that homage. So, for me, it felt great because, you don't, when you talk warrior, you talk Baba Baruti, it's synonymous. So it was definitely, it wouldn't have been a Warriors Conference. So.
What about Friday night and Saturday night, seeing Brother Bomani do his thing up on the stage? How much excitement and enjoyment did you get seeing a brother rock out like that, man, with the people there really loving it?
Look, I don't know if it's on anybody uploaded it, if it's on Facebook or not, but on Friday night, it was epic. I mean, it was epic. He was talking to the babies, literally. Literally talking to the babies, literally. And it was just an epic moment. If it's out there, man, that footage needs to be viral. It needs to go around because that was bananas. And then Saturday night, when he came down, I turned around and looked over, and I seen my man come around the corner with that thing, with that big thing. And he had that look on his face. And, just as he's saying it, I'm hearing A.R. is the preference, in the lyrics of the song. And, I was about to start using profanity right now, man. But, yeah, that's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling.
You know what? I got to tell y'all this story, man. It was so... Yo, this is real talk. I'm not making this up. We were doing music on Friday night. It was a concert, and all of the music was, people were doing it, but it was nothing really directed toward the youth. And I don't even think, I'm almost positive, because we had discussed it, and I knew what the brother was going up there to do. He was having the track, because he was working on getting the track done. And I think that's one thing I love about Brother Bomani. He looks and sees, like, what's going on. He don't just have a set that he going to do and then can't make an adjustment. And we saw these little children running around, and it's like something hit the brother. And the brother gets up on stage and say, yo, turn off all the music. See that little baby? Come stand up front. And, man, it was beautiful. The little Watoto, man, how old was that child, man? How old, if you had to guess, how old was that child? 3?
Yeah, between 3 and 4.
Between 3 and 4.
Oh, couldn't have been older than 4. That was preschool right there. Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember, was it a boy or girl? I can't remember.
It was a little girl.
Okay, it's a little girl. She put her black power fist up. That's all I remember. And Bomani turned the music off and started speaking directly to her, looked her right in her face, and started giving the joint to her the Black History. And it's a real, matter of fact, bro.
I just wanted to say this.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the building could have done that. Nobody else in the building couldn't have done what my brother Bomani did at that moment.
Yo, I'm be honest with you, man. I know I couldn't have done it. I'm be 100% honest. I was
Nobody in the building could have done what my brother Bomani did at the Warriors Conference that Friday night in Tampa.
It was official. I was there. I can honestly tell you, I got chills on the inside because the music was off and all of the performing part stopped. And I could see my brother was being real sincere. He looked that little girl in the face and said, "This is for you." Matter of fact, Brother Bo, I ain't mean to put you on the spot, brother. Yo, I want you just to give the people a feeling. Can you drop that thing that you dropped on that little Watoto, that young black warrior queen, that 3-year-old that night? Can you drop that right now for the people? No, I'm keeping it real. Yo, look, Che, look. If you talking about it, you say nobody else can do it. If he really is that dude, then he should be able to drop it for the people now.
I'm not.
I put you on the spot now. What?
I give you a sample. I ain't gonna drop the whole thing, but I give you a sample. It's like it all began with a woman and man got together, had babies to inhabit the land. So listen up real close as I deliver the fact. The first man and woman on this planet was black. I ain't say what I just said to try and mess with your dome. You can ask an archaeologist. He dug up the bones in the place called Africa. Before all the massacres, before they started attacking us, kidnapped and shackled us, they built civilization all across the Nile region, spread to many different places, discovered mathematics, and that was the foundation. With wisdom and blessings from God, we built nations. Most notable, the kingdom of Kush, now called Ethiopia, an African utopia. We had a culture, a political structure, and a bond with one another that eventually ruptured, had to move upward into northeast Africa, once called Kemet, where knowledge was infinite, now called Egypt, where the pyramids stand, where the secrets of the universe is under the sand, had the whole entire planet in the palm of our hand, because black man used God in the form of a man, had the first sacred text called the Book of the Dead. If you believe it was the Bible, then you truly misled. Now comes the invasion. Europeans, Asians, try to take everything, all that was sacred. Egypt was divided, the upper and the lower, and I learned this on my own, so go to hell with your diploma. That's a little sample, pretty much of what I get at Watoto, man.
Woo! Man, let me just go ahead and give you the black power, the black African nationalist love hand right there. Let me tell you, man, brother said, if you'd have been there. Matter of fact, I know somebody out there, all the brothers and sisters that was at the Warriors Conference, if you got that on your cell phone, please take that footage and put that footage up on Facebook so we can go ahead and spread that around, man. I want people to really see that this brother, the warrior, man, United Front, the vanguard, this brother actually rocked out hard and gave it to the babies, man, so that we can raise children that's going to do some freedom fighting. So let me go back to the phone line right here, man. That thing moves me, man, when I hear it, when I think about what it did and what it does for our people. Let me go to 4787. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. 4787. All right, let me make sure that I got this. 9062, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. All right, let me see if I can do, I just want to get one call in here, and then we're going to go ahead and go back to some more music. 0594, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. All right.
Man, it's COINTELPRO at work, brother.
0240, hello. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Testing 1 2.
Hello, who is that? Oh, you said,
hello.
All right, well, we're going to see. We're going to get somebody on here, 7129. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Oh, man, all right. Give me 1 second. Let me just go ahead. The people listening in, they want to hear the music, man. I'm telling you right now. They're like, yo, all this talking is cool. That ain't what I called in for. I called and you said you were doing a listening party, and y'all doing a whole lot of talking. So let me go ahead and just get one call, and we're going to look. If there's somebody to speak up, we can go to some more music.
I think COINTELPRO sabotaging the line, brother.
Oh, that might be what it might be. 25. We got him on here. 2513. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
All right, listen. Jay.
Yeah.
Check it, man. You didn't even ask me what my favorite song was. None of that, man. That was cool.
I'm gonna go to one more call, then I'm gonna come to the Che Bliggity, because I don't want to get gooned out. Okay, all right, fine. I hear you. I got it. Okay, yes, sir, brother.
All right. All right.
I'm going. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Detroit.
Peace, how y'all doing? Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Muhammad.
Peace, sis.
Peace.
How's
sis.
everybody tonight?
All is well, sis. How are you?
Good.
I'm wonderful. I just wanted to call in and congratulate Brother Bomani on another instant classic.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And Brother David sitting by my side, too. Of course, he's on.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Yo, peace, God, Brother David. What's going on with you, brother? My man.
What's going on with you? He's sitting here. He can't ever let me have a conversation without getting into it when I'm talking to the brothers.
That's right.
My man, David.
I'm loving the CD as always. Better than I expected. I knew it was gonna be hot because y'all leaked a couple of them songs beforehand, but it's definitely classic.
Thank you, sis. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, now let me tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this is real talk. I cannot keep your books on the shelf, sis. I'm keeping it real.
It's been a very good year so far. I'm very happy, especially with so-called Black History Month just passing. And just knowing that, the babies have something besides just boring, Martin Luther King and the same old, they're able to get another perspective. So I'm definitely happy about that. And I want to thank you because, of course, we're not giving away the secret, but, talking about inspiration, you did inspire me to do a book which I think is going to be extremely hot. So, and needed this summer.
Oh, wait a minute. Dog, I done forgot what the joint is already, but I know it was vicious. She write a book look, every 2 hours she got a new book. Like, would you look at this? I'm like, look, I have to live. I gotta try to feed my family. I can't. She write more books than I do eat meals, man. Good gracious.
Well, I'll remind you what it is later. I can't drop the ball, but let me just say it has something to do with one of the programs that you did the other day, and we were trying to. Earlier, I guess last month, we were trying to figure out how to get some mainstream stuff going on or how to reach some different audiences. So thank you for that.
And let me just tell you, I'm not going to release what it is. I'll just say it like this. If you'd have been at the Warriors Conference this weekend, you would have realized that you need to do that book sooner than this summer. I ain't going to lie to you. I wish I could even talk about it, man. I'm not going to do that. I just say it like this. Okay, let me just say this. I'm just going to say this. I know this is on you, Bomani. Can I mention something? Because this is all relevant to what we're talking about, though.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. And I won't say the book and everything, but, I just say this. One of the things we talked about in the lecture was that from the time NWA came out till now, the small hats have captured the imagination of our people and turned us into self-hatred and to hurting each other and disrespecting our own women and everything like that. And we said that and they did it through the use of this NWA. And we saying that we see now they coming out with that new movie to rekindle and to duplicate what they did before to get our people even more deeply immersed in the self-hatred and the self-destruction. And so, we saying this is something we really got to be cognizant of because they done destroyed us. We haven't had no real movement for the last 25 years because we've been steeped in self-hatred. So just to say with that, it was really, really evident when we did the lecture that people were, because I could see when I'm telling the brothers and sisters that they should not be in support of this Straight Outta Compton movie coming out this summer, I could see people just freeze as they watching it and realizing, I shouldn't be, but I'm loving the trailer. I want to go. And they was like caught in the middle between knowing that they be involved in their own destruction to be supporting that kind of stuff, and at the same time, wanting to go see it and rekindle that whole self-destructive period of our life that we went through for the last 25 years. So let me tell you, your work, what you about to do, honestly, in my opinion, we need it before August so that we can have that thing littered among the youth and our people so that we can have this dialogue. Is this the direction we want to go? So you do what you're doing and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I'm looking at June now so we can get it out. I just wanted a way to instill morality in the children because I saw a documentary where they were talking about healthy eating, and they thought they should go to the parents. What they discovered is if they go to the children and get the children on board, the children will shame the parents and make the parents do right. So I just thought that, if we did that, that would be a good way to go. But I can't talk too much about it because we got jackers in this community. I come out with Tampa super heroes. Next thing you know, they parading around with superhero cartoons depicting themselves and whatnot. So
okay.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for calling up my sister. Thanks, Brother David. We love y'all. We definitely see y'all on the battlefield.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, now I'm going to go to Che Black. I'm going to go to Che Black because I ain't trying to get gooned out. So let me go ahead and I'm asking you, Che Bliggity, what's your favorite cut on the album?
Well, I was informed that y'all played my favorite cut, which was Cuba Gooding. For some reason, my second favorite is probably, I don't want that to be played either. I don't know if y'all played that.
Yo, Chang.
But I'm gonna say, what's up? Yeah.
I think we got the same favorite track, man. I didn't want them to play it either.
Yeah. They gotta just acknowledge that one. You know
yeah, it's the same track.
You know what? Let's do this. We got this going on here, but our brother Tahir RBG came in and laid down a whole lot of love and doing that track with the fam. Why don't we give them a little bit of that united front with that Tahir RBG?
For sure.
And that's
Absolutely.
one that Che Black did one of the best video of the year, 2014
and 15.
Actually, 2014. The best video of 2014 was "Don't Get Caught," but that's another story.
We don't have to have this right now. No, let me stop.
What's up? off the cipher incomplete.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we go. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, that.
But this definitely was one of the hottest videos. You know what I mean? It definitely rolled into 2015. It's the hottest video, the hottest track, hottest single. All around. Period. It's not like that's the hottest video. It's also the hottest track.
And it's the tightest collab because this is a collab. It wasn't just the one set. It was brothers coming together across different lines saying, yo, we going for the same thing. Let's put together something that's music to our people's ears, and the people loved it when they performed it.
Absolutely. Well, and probably the performance of the year.
Yo, was they going?
I can't forget about the performance.
Yo, was these dudes doing their thing?
Oh, man, it was crazy. I mean, I loved every minute of it. Shout out to my brother Tahir RBG, man. That's a real right there. That's a soldier right there, man. He came up to New York on the hum. Like, look, I'm gonna do the song, and I'm gonna come to New York. I'm gonna shoot the video. You know what I mean? The brother A.I.M had the lecture the next day. He came to the lecture.
Word.
It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so you had some business or something going on? He says, nah, I came up here for the video. He did it all on his dime, on his time. So I just gotta salute that brother, man. He ain't asked for nothing or nothing. He said, look, y'all brothers is doing y'all thing. I'm doing what I do. Let's make this happen. And he did it.
Shout out to RBG.
A big look right there, and I got that, brother. Look for more collabs. Look for more videos from Tahir, from Che Black. It's gonna be crazy.
Gonna be more.
Yeah, much more.
All right. Well, then with that said, we remember Mike Wallace came out and looked at the Nation of Islam and Brother Malcolm, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the great work of that organization, the Nation of Islam, and that institution. And they said they called that love for our people and that hatred for the condition we in, they titled The Hate That Hate Produced. And this song right here is talking about the hatred that black people have for our white enemies and their destruction and oppression of our people. It's the hate that hate produced.
Let's go. United Front. Tahir RBG. Yeah. Let's go. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truth. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truth. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. You peak, pale skin beast. I hate your red, white, and blue. And Ku Klux Klan sheep. I hate your president, your senate, and your campaign speech. I hate the British and the Romans and the goddamn Greek. It's no peace, yeah. Moral persuasion doesn't work with Caucasians. You speak his language through violence with guns blazing. So what I'm saying, negotiating with Satan, it's a waste of time. You out your African mind. Gonna make these devils pay for every single crime ever committed. Crackers, you did it, now it's time to die. I spray the ratchet, I bat it, no moving backwards. I'm sending bullets at crackers and all faggots. Forward is the motion. Killing devils on different levels, concocting potions to stop them from encroaching. On our way of life, I got a knife to slit his throat with. Get my people hyped, cause what I write is always dopeness. I can't shake it loose, this the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose, this the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
Take a step in my lane, I'm projecting the pain. Visions and pictures in my veins of us tortured and slain. So many sons and daughters slaughtered, some known on the name. Bringing my eye to the situation is why I came. I shake, every pet nation gon' exterminate. Marcus Garvey, Mugabe, politics, run them all away. KPI type methodology, how the gods play. Try life and I don't play. Kill these crackers in broad day. Enter the scene, got them clean and watch me swerve out it. Big juju in my pocket, I ain't worried about it. That go for grown-ups to babies. Salute my Baba Khalid, Muhammad, we solid. I call for violence, is very valid. Yeah, murder these devils, it's divine order. We opposites, I reject the mixing like all the water. Africa for Africans, representing them words strong. I say shut them borders down and let us get a purge on.
I can't shake it loose, this the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy facing you. I can't shake it loose, this the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil, ain't no truth. Raise it another level, shame the devil, say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
This ain't no Kumbaya vibe, my yacht is a war tribe. That's my war cry, double H famine, it's wartime. Devils want it all, with peaceful coexistence. Answer separation, he's violently resistant. Coupe tech, bullet high, hit the deck when bullets fly. The devil won't change, and needs could be euthanized. The stupidness, foolish minds, you will get used to blind. Suicide, trusting this cracker is suicide. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know the play. That peace talk is juvenile and really don't hold no weight. Fighting hate with love sounds great in theory, but never ever ever work in history. Name one place that this cracker went. Name one place that this cracker left alone. I bet that they was war prone. Keep a piece in your wardrobe and know the world's a war zone.
I can't shake it.
Woo! Keep a piece in your wardrobe and know the world's a war zone. Oh,
man, listen, let me just give a shout out to Tahir RBG once again, brother, man.
Word up.
The success of that track and people feeling it, man. That brother, man, he I just reached out to him, asked him to do it. I sent him the track, he sent it back, real professional. He came out, shot the video off the strength. Yo, that's one of the best brothers you could ever meet, man. Seriously, man. I owe that brother a lot, man. A lot of love for that brother.
I'm about to do something, man. It's never been done before. It's never been done before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Y'all all know this. Y'all are used to this. Che is extremely used to this. Bomani, you've been used to this for years. Brother O, you used to this. It happens all the time. You don't really know what's happening, but you should feel used to it. But it's about to happen to Tahir too. I got to do it. I don't do this across lines, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and say, I just want everybody to know that verse that you just heard in Hate to Hate Produce that Tahir did. I wrote that. So I wrote that. I got to take credit for that. There's no question that I wrote that. I dropped a few lyrics on him. You know, I let him see this is how it should be done. He took it. He did it. Fantastic, man. I had to go ahead and jack a verse from him, man, and take credit for it. That's just how hot it was. I know I'm only supposed to be able to do that to Afrikan Insurrektion Muzik artist, but the brother came in and dropped it like it's supposed to be dropped. All right. So it just happened. It just happened. So don't get mad. Everybody call up out here, let him know he's been officially jacked by the genie, so it's all good. He's all good. Let me go to our phone lines right here. I think I know who this is. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to God. Belong to the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. And long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Jack by the genie. Jack by the genie. Everybody getting jacked by the genie. How you doing, RG?
I'm doing good.
Man, I hope my favorite song ain't the favorite song that y'all asking them not to play. So
yeah, it is. You know
so I can't even say it. I can't even say the name of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, sis. Do you think?
No, it's all good. I think the outro. The outro is just like.
That's it.
I mean, it brings tears to your eyes if you really hear it. And I think that was like real deep. I mean, you listen to the whole thing, and it's like, okay, that's my favorite. Oh no, I like that one. And you just keep on going down the line, and But when I got to that one, it was just like, that's it. Okay, that's it, hands down. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, they got to sit with.
Yeah,
that
they got
one.
to get it. They got to get it to listen to that one. Okay, all right. Well, then I'll put in another request for Their Revolution.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty tough too.
Okay,
but,
so you want to hear? Oh, and let me just say, my sister Macy. I'm gonna tell you, she probably don't even realize. I remember the first time I met the sister. We were doing the criminalization of the black male. I was down in Norfolk, Virginia, and I'm talking to her sister. And I'm like, sister, thank you for coming out. You stay right here. She's like, I'm all the way on the other part of the country. I'm like, you came all the way here to see this election. She said, brother, wherever the war is at, I'm there. And I looked at her. She had that. I'm just saying from my perspective. She had that nanny look on her face. I was like, man, she's serious. And every time we out here putting these warrior the sisters always wherever the war is and the battle is. So we got a freedom fighting sister on the team. And I feel real comfortable with the sister around when she comes through correct with the right spirit, and is always real serious about what's going on for our people. So, sister, we really love and appreciate the support you bring to the table.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you. But I tell you what, y'all know, you know y'all can't take Che Black nowhere, right?
Oh, man.
You got to leave Che Black home sometime, But you told the crowd, hey, be glad he's behind the camera because you don't want him nowhere else, right?
Super
I don't know, man. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse. I don't know.
I know that's right. But it's all good. You good people.
Yeah, it's my dude.
Yeah, but that conference was off the chain, and I'ma just say it like this. Look, I don't know. I guess y'all might be trying to be reserved and things about what really went down Friday with the performances, but I'ma say, Brother Bomani just gave, he took everybody to school. I'm sorry, he took, a lot of them artists. They was in school that day. You know what I mean? Because it was just like. Che Black said it, couldn't nobody have done what he did, and and it was just real, So I enjoyed it. It was a hot performance, I think people who hadn't even heard any of the album, I think after he performed, I mean, I can't say, but I'm thinking his sales probably, skyrocketed on they was back there buying those CDs and but I mean, people was loving it, and. As far as the conference, Jeannie, I said, I was sitting, amongst where I could hear other people's reactions to some of the information that was being disseminated, and you know, with the NWA thing, I mean, people were like shocked, you know what I mean, especially when you started playing that, you know, Heller stuff. So I think that, you know, that opened a lot of people's eyes. I mean, you're saying you see people that still was like, you know, borderline, I still want to see, you know, but I think a lot of people were really like, whoa, you know, hold on now, you know, but that was good information, and I've seen a lot of people's reaction to it. So I think that, you know, the Straight Black Pride movement and everything that you're doing is going to really, you know, take off and change a lot of people's perspective on things. So, you know, shout out to you, brother.
Thank you. And let me ask you this. I want to ask if you agree with me on this. What I feel is so important, and which is why, matter of fact, I'm going to tell a story. And Bomani, people can see, people think I be lying when I be telling these stories. I really don't be making this stuff up. This is a real true story. This has to be 10 years ago now, man. I first met Bomani, went up, Brother Quazy was doing a lecture up in New York. Brother, I was with an organization. Brother Kush told us to go up there, represent, do some security, make sure he was tight. And we got up there and we met these brothers, and they had seen the feminization of black male. We started talking, and we had a little disagreement to begin with, but by the time it was over, I was like, yo, at that time I had totally 100% abandoned hip-hop or that sound. I was like, it's garbage. I don't listen to nothing. And so they had did something live, and I heard it, but I didn't even really hear it because I didn't want to even listen. But then they gave me a little EP, and by the time we rode home after meeting them and actually liking the brothers and listening to it, I got addicted all over again. But so they eventually came down to D.C., and they were doing an event. They performed for us, and I don't know if you remember this, Bomani, but somebody had broken into my apartment building. I was on my way over there to handle some business, and they was like, nah, bro, we coming with you. And I was like, nah, I don't want y'all to get involved in none of this. They was like, we with you. So we was riding together over there to take care of some business, and we riding in the car, and I told them brothers, I said, yo, I see something in y'all. I said, you all can change music. I said, I see a purpose in y'all. I see it. And if y'all do what y'all destined to do, you can take our people off of the course that we on and provide a whole new life through musical vibration, through music for our people. This is over 10 years ago, and I'm proud to say that right this moment, I can actually say that I'm proud to say that there is an alternative that is a feasible, viable alternative to the death trap that the small hats have created for us. And United Front is a centerpiece in having created a whole body of work that our children, our parents, grandparents, and people can sit down and listen to and get fed and go the right direction as opposed to the wrong direction, so that when we take away garbage from them, we now have good stuff, quality to give our people. That didn't exist before y'all. It exists now, and I'm proud to say that I was able to watch you brothers do that, man.
Thank you, brother. I definitely remember that conversation, man, and it was deep, man. I mean, you had vision. You saw more of me than I saw myself at that moment, brother, and I appreciate it.
Bro, I knew you was bad, but I didn't know you were this bad, man. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. Stop giving all these props, because I'm sick of giving all these props. I need some props myself. So somebody give me some props. I want props.
I just gave you props, Jeannie. I just gave you props.
Okay. All right, the Queen gave some. All right, fine. All right, I feel better now. All right. We're going to go ahead and do this Dear Revolution. And my sister Macy, we thank you. We definitely love you. We definitely see you on the battlefield.
Absolutely. Be before Hody, Straight Black Pride.
Big Black Pride.
Big Black Pride. I love that sister. That sister got the spirit of nanny on her right there, man. I love that sister. We're going to do this Dear Revolution, and then we're going to go to my brother Shank right there in Houston, a strong brother doing good work down in Houston. Let's go to Dear Revolution, United Front off of Lumumba's Revenge.
Yeah. Peace, Africa. You let our family know what's really going on out here and what we need to do. That time is upon us. It's the time of decision.
Dear dear revolution, you eliminate confusion. And my ancestors said you might be the solution. Help us get free so we can build the institutions. Currently we losing, see the children reproducing. They looking up the rappers, drug dealers, and the crackers. Just like another brother, ain't no scrapping, they just clap him. This cracker want it all, he don't do too well with fractions. I subtract him from the planet when I hit him with the magnum. They wrote our history in stone, but did they ever fathom black women turning dyke black, men turning faggot black? Manhood is gone, disappeared like magic. From Marley Graham, Trayvon Martin, we dying tragic. Brothers getting shot for a pair of Jordans. How we getting free when getting fresh seeming more important? Brothers in Chicago kill each other over nothing. Brothers in the Congo kill each other over nothing. Brothers in New York kill each other over nothing. When it's time to kill this cracker, none of y'all gon' push the button. Too busy playing Xbox, too busy getting blunted. All y'all running when the enemy's confronted. We dying by the thousands, but we fighting by the hundreds. Freedom, there's a small amount of us who really want it. Haunted by the ghost of Leopold, misery is cold. Look a man in his eye, you can see his soul. Is he built for the battlefield? Go out and kill a devil, will he rat or tattletale? I love the smell when the bullet come out the shell. No mercy for my enemies, this devil could rot in hell. If you supposed to be conscious, prepare for the conflict. You wanna talk metaphysics and all that nonsense. Big words with no content. Throw them Bobby Hemmett DVDs in the garbage. Caution to the brother who was all about flossing. We all pay the cost for this world that you lost in. If you the dawn like you singing in your songs, then give jobs to brothers in your hood, Mr. Boss Man. You look soft, take them flip-flops off. How you gon' hold it down when it pops off? Now you laying on the ground with your lip popped off. Or a brother like myself smack your lip gloss off. You claim you want freedom from this European. Just because you vegan doesn't make me a believer. You better get a heater and be working on your EY. You don't become a freedom fighter cause you eat quinoa. Standing still, letting time just breeze by. Disconnect yourself from the roots, then the trees die. Ain't no revolution if we don't create the culture. Just a bunch of people yelling, standing still like sculptures. But if every brother grabbed a 9 and started shooting up crackers, that'll put them in line. But if every brother grabbed a 9 and started shooting up crackers, that'll put him in line. The revolution, that's the solution. Blech.
I would like to make a few comments concerning.
Man, that thing get you, y'all brothers still there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Man, I can feel it. Everybody got the same thing on them I got, man. That joint take you, man, that thing take you. Yo, bro, let me ask you, this is on real. I'm not even trying to like big up you or nothing. I'm just keeping it real. What is it you do that like, okay, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but like, when I listen to spirituals, not like slave, like Christian, I love Jesus songs. I ain't talking about that, but I'm talking about when I listen to the spirituals talking about freedom fighting and getting out of slavery, they have a feeling for me. It's like they give me a feeling. I get a sense of what that was like when our people heard that back then to motivate them. I get this funny, the only word I can use for it is spiritual. You know, y'all know I get all funny with all these water sprinklers and bean eaters and all this weird stuff. But I'm being honest, man. I'm not even gonna front. Like songs like that, it gives me this feeling, man. It's like it would be my version of spirituality, like what a spiritual song sounds like. Like even though it be on wartime, what's happening? Because I think you do it on purpose. But I mean, explain to me what's happening when I'm feeling some kind of way when I hear this stuff, like Mountains of the Moon, Dear White Supremacy, My God and My Gun, those particular songs in that vein, like Dear White Supremacy, Dear Revolution. What is it that you're doing in those different than your other stuff? In those particular songs that's making me feel this way?
I don't know, man. I can't really specify what I do differently. Sometimes you just get in the zone. Sometimes like the music just kind of speaks to your soul, and I just write whatever comes out. I don't really focus on a particular topic. I just write whatever's in my chest, and that's how it comes out.
Man, now let me ask you, brother. Oh, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, help me out, because I mean, honest, and I'm saying I'm keeping it real. In terms of somebody that understands musical stuff, I when I listened to that Cypher Incomplete, I was like, yo, this dude is some kind of different type of dude. Put it into words for me. What's happening in those particular tracks with those particular sounds, like the Dear White Supremacy, My God, My Gun, Dear Revolution, Mountains of the Moon, and the one that we all like the most, I think. What is it about those songs? It's like it's his own genre. What's happening when I hear that moves me in a certain kind of way? What is it?
I think it's like the brother said. It's just the music speaking to his soul. It's like, we ain't trying to get all weird or whatnot, but it's just it's like you just becoming a conduit, and letting the ancestors speak through you, And the most important thing is that it's a conversation piece, like he's speaking to you. In the other tracks, he might just tell you what he's doing, like he's, throwing crackers in the trunk, he bodying a bunch of crackers in times, but in these particular songs, he's slowing down and taking his time with you, so you know exactly what's going on. You hear everything, and it's very, very picturesque. You know what I'm saying? You could picture everything that he's saying. That's the best way I could describe it. It's just being that conduit. Straight up.
And you know what that is? Each of those songs is some type of you're right. It's the message is coming directly to us. He's talking to us as opposed to telling us what. I see what you're saying. These songs, he's going in and reaching and grabbing every black person that loves our race, and he's saying, "This is who I am. This is what I believe in." And he's talking right into your spirit.
Yeah, I mean that part, in Dear Revolution, when he says you can't have revolution if you don't create the culture. Like if you're serious about this, if that don't hit you, if you're not doing it and you're not thinking about doing it after that, you playing. You know what I'm saying? He's speaking directly to you.
Yeah, man. I'm that song. A couple of these songs do something to me, but I'm gonna go to our next call, man. I'm certain ones of these songs you got, man. When I first hear them and get them, man, they do something, man. And that Dear Revolution, that's the first time, to be honest, that it hit me like this. Like I haven't really, I don't have a good ear. This time I actually got it, and it's like I'm jiving in the middle of my feelings like this. I like this stuff, man. That one particular genre, I like everything that y'all do. But there's something special about those spiritual things, man. I don't know, man. Put me like a black revolutionary cracker killer church or something. I don't know. Let me go to 0240 Brother Shank in Houston. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Man, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. It's such a blessing to be able to connect with other brothers and sisters from around that's all on the same page. As far as that music, the music is war material. That's propaganda material. Them that music, every one of them songs need music videos for them, and they need to be promoted with at least a couple of dollars, where everybody can see them and we can start changing minds. I mean, those are weapons of war. I'm in Houston, so if anybody close to Houston is doing any kind of black revolutionary music, we'll either donate or highly discount our services to put a visual behind it, whichever is easier. So if you have the money to donate, it's cool. If not, we're going to do it anyway. And I ain't trying to plug nothing. I'm just saying we get behind the movement with action. That's why, like when I be trying to get with Jeannie, I don't really do too much. I don't really bug them too much because if you're doing something for the movement, you should already have 150 things to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got to add to the phone call. And, I'm glad I finally got a chance to catch the show while it was on because I've been 2-3 weeks behind for a month and a half.
Yes.
So I was on Facebook. I'm like, well, I get to catch the show live? What?
Let me ask you this, bro. You down in Houston, do you think that if we wanted to get something down there to get United Front and bring them down to perform this Lumumba's Revenge and get out there on the ground, do you think that we could get an audience that would want to hear this and really enjoy this?
Absolutely, but it'll take a little bit of work. Our people down here, they willing to listen to it, But, you know, we getting money down here in Houston. I mean, that's just the easiest way I can put it. You got to really educate. I mean, I'm in a pretty good spot to where I can plug you with the right people that can get the crowd. I'm more like in the information center, so to speak. But I have dealings with people from all spectrums of the socioeconomic background, from the corner to the courthouse. So if I need to get people plugged up with it, first I got to get their attention and get them to listen to me, and get plug them in, and they'll listen to me, because everybody got to come deal with me eventually for something. And I put in work and stand behind. You know, I ain't trying to talk about me, but I can probably help you out, make a long story short.
All right. Well, we're going to do that because we're going to be pretty soon. We work with our brother out in Dallas, and we're going to be doing some stuff in Dallas and the Houston area. And we want to make sure that we get United Front down there, and I want to start working with you on some of the projects we've been talking about, so we can actually start putting some stuff together that's going to have real, fundamental, practical usefulness for our people. And we appreciate you calling up, brother, taking your time and showing that love.
Hey, no problem. And whenever you get ready to launch that off, I do believe that I can be instrumental in making that a success. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. We definitely see you on the battlefield. Hey, man, thanks for the work y'all do, man. Anytime you need anything, let me know. If I can do it, I can help. Yes, sir. All right, bye.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
And let me say this to all the brothers and sisters that's listening. We really do need you to help us on this one. We want, I really, I don't ask a whole lot from people too often, but I want you to help me do something, because, again, if I can do it, I don't ask nobody. I do it myself. This one is not one that it's not my expertise. I want y'all to help us get United Front around the country now. We really need Brother Beaumont. This Lumumba's revenge with these Uncle Toms and this media assassination they doing of our people. The matter of fact, did we play that Jesse Lee joint yet?
Oh, no, we didn't play that. I think Shay had wanted to hear that too. Jesse Lee. Yeah, and I'm gonna mention this and tell people, brothers and sisters. See, this Lumumba's revenge. What's good about this? When we talk consciousness, like the brother said in the beginning, we talk fighting. We a lot of times talk about the white devil, which we need to be focused on. But the reality of it is, he got supporters in his midst, which is the whole Mobutu. That before we can ever even get to him, we got to deal with these Mobutus. And this is the first time that I've heard something that's palatable, that a Dale Jones or a Dr. John Henrik Clark or a Dr. Amos Wilson, even if they wasn't into hip-hop per se, could have sat down and listened to and been like, I like what these young people are doing. I like what they would have endorsed this. That's my feeling, my belief. I know for a fact Baba Kwesi don't even listen to hip-hop. But when he heard this stuff, when he was down in Norfolk, he was like, yo, I need a copy of that. That Mountains of the Moon, he heard Mountains of the Moon. He was like, brother, I can listen to this. This is the good stuff. The people that really have been in the street doing this work, fighting. I mean, Baba Kwesi always talks about how he got in this thing deep. The brother he was building with and doing work with his whole little team, when he was a young brother, got murdered, shot dead, his blood spilling all over Brother Kwesi, right in the car by the LAPD. They broke into his house, tried to murder him. Fortunately, he was just coming back in and saw them on the balcony and was able to bounce out. Never even went back and got none of his stuff out of the apartment. Like, he's lucky to be alive today, but the ancestors wanted him here. The endorsement to hear him, not even asking him to listen to it. He heard the song at election, was like, yo, who's that music stuff y'all playing? What's that? Where he wants to hear it on his own time means that we're bringing back that spirit of militant war in the music. And the thing is, we got to get this brother in front of people. We got to get these brothers in front of people. We got to get this Lumumba's Revenge and this Cypher Incomplete in front of people so that our people can go, yo, that's what we want. This is the clean glass of water. Because once you drink out this cup, it's hard to drink out of any other cup, brothers and sisters. So we really got to work collectively to get good numbers of people, which one thing I appreciate about Brother DJ at his Warriors Conference. He gives everybody that's out here fighting for our people a chance to get in front of our people so our people can see what they have to offer. And that's what was so great about this weekend, and the people want to talk about the best things about the weekend, the things that worked. Our people got a chance to come out and hear what's out there. And they heard this,
Lumumba's revenge. So without any further ado, I want people to get an idea. When I say that we really got to deal with Uncle Tom's, and there ain't a whole lot of stuff out here that tells us how to do it and why we need to do it, y'all mind if I play that Death of Jesse Lee?
Please do, brother.
All right, let's go into this Death of Jesse Lee right here. This is serious. Death of Jesse Lee.
No, I've often said that thank God for slavery because, had not, then the blacks who were here would have been stuck in Africa. And you see how bad Africa is. Everybody and mama trying to get out of Africa and come to America. Mm-hmm. And so God has a way of looking out for folks, and he made it possible by way of slavery to get black folks into this country.
Yo, this dude gotta die, bro. Hey, yo, let's plot this out, man. Let's get him.
If I catch him next to me, click, clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Uncle Tom extraordinaire, hope the whole world will see. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Disrespect our legacy, thank God for slavery. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Marcus Messiah Garvey turning over in his grave. Dr. Khalid turning in his grave. Every African never enslaved turning in their graves. Why the dude still alive?
It's Mobutu got to die.
Rah, rah. When beheading the Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, I'm guaranteed to get into heaven. For the black ski mask and the rope, a rifle and scope. But I hope you get stabbed in the throat. Set fire to your home. Hope to catch you all alone. Or put a bullet in your dome while on Hannity and Cone. Your insanity be having me just staring at my chrome. Become a casualty, my cavalry disintegrate your bones. Click, clack, blah. I put some numbers on your head. Click, clack, blah. You won't be murdered for the bread, but your blood will be shed for the silly issue said. Before we leave him dead, let me amputate his leg. If I catch him next to me, click, clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Uncle Tom extraordinaire, hope the whole world will see. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Disrespect our legacy, thank God for slavery. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee. Clack, blah. That be the death of Jesse Lee.
But 100% American. Proud of it. I thank God that he saw fit for me to get here. Never mind that, we were sold. I guess my ancestors way back, way young to win, were sold by Arabs and blacks to white folks and got us here. The white man came and brought us to the greatest country in the world. The ride over was pretty tough, but it's like riding on a crowded airplane, and when you're not in first class, it's a tough ride. But you're happy when you get to your destination. And so the ride was tough over here. The pain for freedom was tough, because in life, if you want to gain something, you got to lose something. No pain, no gain. So it was the pain was tough, all for the sake of freedom. So I thank God that he got me here, and to show my appreciation to the blacks who suffered as a result of coming here, and the Arabs and blacks who sold us to the white man for going there and getting us and bringing us here. I want to say thanks.
Whew. Man, we certainly need the death of Jesse Lee. Let me do this. Yes.
Let me just say something about that track right there, man. Like I wrote that track because that statement that he made was the most treasonous, disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life. And I feel like something like that, you deserve nothing but being put to death. That's the ultimate respect in our ancestors. You don't think a white guy, whites enslaved our ancestors. Disrespectful, treasonous treatment in the history of the world.
Yeah, I don't even have no words to say it, but I tell you what, if there's ever been a way to deal with an Uncle Tom on the track, you did it. And I agree with Brother Shank. This is the fuel for warfare, man. If we're going to really deal with Uncle Tom's, it's not going to start with us just going and doing it. It's going to start with putting this information out there so that people can really understand how dangerous and terrible these individuals are. I'm looking right now. Some people say we got an echo. Let me see if I can figure out what we got going on. Let me. If you're out there listening now, could you go ahead and face with me and see if the echo got a little bit better just now, or if we still got the same echo? Okay, he said we good now. All right, yeah. That's Jesse Lee Peterson, man. That guy really lives, man. He really said that. And the worst thing about it, I've seen him more than once. He actually believes this stuff, man. He teaches, he has a church, and he has a youth program, and he teaches this to black children.
Like, that's the most disgusting thing. Bro, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, this hearing, every time I hear that song, I almost wish I didn't read it, because when I hear it, and I hear this coon talking at the beginning and the end of the track, it just boils. It just gets me so hot, man. I'm ready to just kill it. Talk about killing the dude on another song.
Absolutely. You ready to do a part 2? Dig him up and kill him again, Jesse Lee. All right. What we're gonna do right now, brothers and sisters, we're gonna go through and take our quick commercial break, and then after we take our commercial break, we're gonna be right back with you. You're listening live to United Front with Lumumba's Revenge. We have the United Front General, my brother, for many, many years, over a decade now, my brother Bomani Mayasa. Then we have Ambassador Omowale. And we got brother Che Black, all in the house live with you. Stay tuned. We're going to do some more Lumumba's Revenge after these here messages.
A beautiful Hodie Black family. Thank you for listening to the War Horizon program this evening. Black family, appreciate all the support. You have been showing War on the Horizon.
You know what? I'm sorry, we can't hear you. You're muffled.
A beautiful Hodie Black family. Thank you for calling the War. Thank you for listening to the War on the Horizon program. We appreciate all the support you have been showing War on the Horizon. We will be coming to a city near you in the upcoming weeks. We have scheduled this coming spring, early summer, the following cities: D.C., Greensboro, Charleston, Norfolk, Brooklyn. Those cities go throughout the early part of the summer. Please stay tuned to the War on the Horizon website as well as the War on the Horizon radio show for more updates on the particulars of each stop for your city. Also, Black family, you want to make sure that you get this album that we're discussing tonight, Bomani Stand, by Brother Bomani with United Front Black General. And it's called Lumumba's Revenge. You can email him at youngkhalid@gmail.com. Also, Black family, please make sure that you stay tuned for the next couple of shows. The next 2 Mondays, Irritating will not be online, but please stay tuned to One Horizon email and Facebook, as we may have some surprise guests who will cover the shows for the next 2 Mondays out. If you have any questions, we want to bring the Irritated Demons to your city for a lecture or event, please email us at liberation@waronthehorizon.com. Again, that's liberation@waronthehorizon.com. Or you can give us a call at 202-309-9106. Again, that's 202-309-9106. Abiy Hodie.
Abiy Hodie. Oh, hey, wait a minute, babe. Before you go, you got to say something here about this United Front, this album. You beat me up about how fantastic and great it is. And my own wife won't even talk to me. Yo, I got to tell you, let me go ahead and complain a little bit. Yo, I shouldn't be complaining to the public. How come it is, yo, Bomani, I'm watching you, dude. This is my wife. I'm calling her to ask her questions, and she telling me I'm going to have to call you back. You interrupted me listening to my Lumumba's Revenge.
I appreciate you, sis. That's my sister right there, brother. Stop hating.
Yeah, but you supposed to be trying to help black families come together. You trying to split things apart. She ain't going to talk to me because she want to listen to your music. What's going on here, man?
Listen, man, the first teacher of the babies is the mother, so she getting that knowledge. She putting that warrior spirit into them babies, man. She doing her job, brother.
Man, I know
this. Black fam. Yeah, when I put on that Bomani's, go ahead, babe.
No, I'm just complaining. Che Black, Bomani, Brother O, Everybody loves Sister Nefertari. Don't never say I would irritate a genie, man. I get no respect to her.
No comment, but that Brother Bomani knows his I don't even call it music. I don't call it an album. I just call it Lumumba's Revenge. When that plays in this house, you know, our son, Kihira and Cuba Bomani Kimaki, he stops and he's like, play loud, play loud. He's 2. He knows how to push the button on the computer to push it louder. And he's been doing this for a minute, even before this particular Lumumba's Revenge dropped. But I always say, I don't know, maybe it's because he was given that name Bomani. He was given that name in Uganda. I don't know what it is, but he got Bomani spirit. And it's a funny thing, but I know when the babies be rocking to it and they want to hear it louder, I gotta oblige. So thank you, brothers, all y'all brothers. Also, thank you, Brother Omawali. Of course, he's always, he's like the silent force that whenever you hear his voice, you're like, who is that? What was that? And you don't know what to say. So thank you for your presence on the Lumumba's Revenge, and of course. Special shout out to my brother Che Black.
Che Black.
You know what I'm saying? The brother from another father. Born on the same Earth Day as mine. Representing Jersey all day, strong. Putting it out there for us like that. Putting us back on the map. And so appreciate all y'all brothers. Stay strong. And definitely everybody listening, if you haven't copped this, please get Lumumba's Revenge tonight. Just go ahead and order it. Just do it. You got to. It's ordained.
Absolutely. Thank you, babe. Appreciate
All
right, Sam. Peace.
All right. And let me just say, a special honor to the Queen's father, and definitely to the brother, if I could say, brother Baba Breeze. That's the beloved father of brother Che Black, who everywhere I go around the country, the real freedom fighter that's been in this movement for decades. They say, "Oh, you Breeze, son? Oh, man!" And man, you could just see the look on people's faces when they mention this brother's father's name. Man, it's like, yo, I can't even describe it, man. Like, this brother was so loved and so honored and so well respected in this movement and freedom fighting for our people. And what I love the most is that even though I never had the honor and privilege of meeting him personally in the flesh, I feel like I have met him in the flesh, because his son is doing everything possible to live in a reflection and be a perfect reflection of his father and his great work, man. So we just honored to be able to say acknowledge him on his day, or his Earth Day, the same as Sister Nefertari father. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right, so let's go to we're going to go to 2716. Praise Nat Turner, glory to God, belong to the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Bibi Fahodie.
Bibi Fahodie, sis.
Bibi Fahodie.
How's everyone doing?
Excellent. All's well. How about yourself?
Wow. Amazing. I'm so glad I had time to tune in today, because your music has been very inspirational to me since the first time I heard it. I was just, my jaw dropped, and every time I listen to it, see the videos that you guys have on YouTube, just, my jaw still is dropping. I still get tingles, so it's really amazing work. And I just have to put in a comment, track that you just played about, Death to Jesse, what's his name, is it?
Jesse Lee.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Jesse Lee. So basically every time you come out with the truth and you lay it out, just like in the griot way, okay, you're like African griot, like, your ancestral heritage is really coming through in that you are telling the people the truth and the storytelling everything beautifully. So every time you let the truth be spoken through you, putting death to him, It's an intellectual war, a spiritual war, and you are killing him with your lyrics. So basically, you know, you just tell the truth. You outline what has really happened in history. And we know the truth that when the Europeans came over here, there were people who were in peace. The Native Americans were minding their own business. They were happy. They didn't want for anything. They were living in harmony with nature, with God, with the earth. And here come these barbaric cavemen, cave women, or beasts. I call them cave beasts, because if you want to be called human, you have to act human. I don't even call them human. So these white devils came. Yeah, these white devils came and completely destroyed their way of life, just as they did with us Africans. So we know the truth. And, of course, the thing is that we are men, mainly are men. I found out recently that it was mainly even men who were taken from Africa to build up the east coast of this country, okay, are men, and they took a few women for breeding purposes. But mainly are men, the hands, the work of our forefathers, of our ancestors, actually, the blood, sweat, tears, everything, built up this country, not only the East Coast, that was a start, but this entire country. And that's one thing, actually, that has been on my heart lately. And I want to put together some work on that, at least an essay or short piece of work, a series of essays outlining the history of, you know, and there are probably some works out there, but I haven't heard of much. But basically, the construction, everything, the major construction. I heard, you know, just there's knowledge that's lost as to what we actually did. It's not lost, but it's like, you know, we need to enshrine, we need to honor and praise even our ancestors who built this country. This is the United States of Africa because we built it. And we're not going to abandon even our ancestors' work. This is ours. This is our wealth by right, by heritage, because they did this work. We own it. No matter what Caucasians say, we own it. It is ours. This is our inheritance. So basically, you know, that's the truth. So if he's praising whatever, he's happy he's here in this country, greatest country of earth, what have you, whatever. Okay, the point is that it would be nothing without our forefathers and foremothers, our ancestors who built this place. Caucasians would still be in backwards, dark, medieval, you know, slum Europe. Okay? If you go over to Europe,
let me do
see.
I'm sorry. Let me jump in. We got to kind of move on. I know you.
Okay, all right.
But we got to keep it alive here and keep the flow going.
That's another call.
All right.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Abibi Fohodie.
Abibi Fohodie, sis.
Oh man, you see where you got people, right? You got people in the soapbox now. They get on. You got people. They want to start going in. You see what you bringing out of people. That's good news, man. I mean, this ain't just some music people sit down and listen to and then get up and walk away. This stuff seeps in and it starts hitting on all kind of buttons, click, clack, click me on the inside, and it starts coming out, and that's beautiful. Let's go to 8311. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Is that me, fam?
Yes, 8311. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And Imhotep, Dr. Amos N. Wilson. Baby Fohodie, what's good, fam?
Baby Fohodie.
Hey, this is Fia from Arkansas.
Oh, hey, sis, what's going on?
Yeah, y'all know I just love the whole album, right? So, peace, yes. My favorite has been the favorite of everyone, you know, the last track.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. I appreciate your energy as well at the Warriors Conference. Like, yeah, for real, you showed up for real. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, all love, front row. Man, yeah, that last track, man, it takes you back. Like when you first started coming into consciousness, there's so so much going on with African consciousness now, you know. But that last track, that outro, it takes you back, you know, like the Mama Marimba Ani that was there. It takes you back to the foundational African-centered teachings that, I mean, when you strip everything, when you strip the European culture, when you strip all your different ideologies or beats, when you strip all that, you know, that's what you get to, you that you're an African. So, hey, I love it.
Thank you, sis. Thanks a lot. Thank
love
you.
It.
Yeah, it was beautiful seeing you there this weekend, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't think y'all were ever gonna call on me. I'm on Facebook. Hey, this is my number. Push it.
You ain't inbox me.
Oh, okay, inbox. Okay.
Yeah, you had to because I got a bunch of people now telling me to call on them. I'm jumping around. You know, if that dude was you know you on. You know how that works.
Yeah. I forgot all the stuff I wanted to say, but yeah, I love it. If I had to pick another one that was my favorite, I think. Hey, I like that Cuba Gooding Jr. though. That's dope. That's dope storytelling. I don't even know what to say. It's a bad track. It's a teaching track. This will be a classic teaching track album. Classic teaching album, and we need those, you know.
Definitely. Well, you got anything you want to say in wrapping it up, my sis?
Oh, I had a lot to say. I don't even know. Now I get nervous when I get on the phone. No, that's just it. Hey, I love seeing y'all this weekend, you know. It's beautiful and forward, you know.
All right, sis. Well, we will definitely see you soon on the battlefield.
See you on the battlefield. Okay.
All right. That's that straight Black Pride. That's our sister from Little Rock, Arkansas. She brought us in. We went down. Matter of fact, that was the only time we ever had the whole squad in effect, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, we had the whole squad down there.
Yeah, man. We had a wonderful time. That's when we made the video, Ghetto Tears.
The Ghetto Tears, yeah, Brothers Keeping.
Yeah, and Sister Afia's daughter was in that, man. That was just so beautiful. We was in the park, man. That thing, that was out of all the trips, that was one of my favorite ones because of what we got to do and really build with the fam. Spend that time breaking bread. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man, that was an extra time, and we had a lot of fun, our laughs on that trip.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one more call when somebody get to come in and say something. I ain't gonna lie. I looked on here and I realized the song that we gotta play. Yo, I agree with everybody. The last track, that's like it does something to me. I can't even describe that. But yo, this is Mr. Babutu joint. Yo. Yeah. What? Yo. There's times when that's my favorite track. I mean, the last one is like my absolute favorite. Like that Mr. Mabutu, when I hear it, man, I love that track. So we're gonna play that Mr. Mabutu because that's what he's really talking about. Man, look, this song is where he breaks down what race traders are and why we dislike them so much. Yo, this is one of my favorite songs on it. I ain't gonna lie. Let me go to 7560. Praise Nat Turner, glory to God, belong to the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, honor to Harriet, Fannie Lou, and Ida B, and long live the spirit of the Honorable Khalid Abdul Muhammad. My sister Hootie. Oh, money. I'm waiting. I'm going to put a chokehold on my mailman. So you need to come on through. I just appreciate everything that I have heard on the music that you all come out with. I'm glad I can sing to and rap to lyrics now. No more trunk crap. Ugh. I mean, it's something I can put in my CD player, and I can invite people in my car, and they looking at me like, "What, sis? You on that?" I'm like, "Yeah, get on this a sofo." Because if you ain't gonna be no African, you got to go.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all, and I'm waiting patiently for my CD. I'm going around here listening to everybody's comments and trying to get lyrics like a hype. I'm ready. But until then, I'll keep YouTubing what I can, and I appreciate y'all, brothers. Peace and love and Black Power and straight Black Pride.
Straight Black Pride.
All right now.
She like, yo, get me my copy now. I'm sitting around here, and you know what I really like? I got to mention this part too, because I think it's really important. This is what's so beautiful about this album and all the work y'all doing now. You can really separate the people who are Negroes and are scared from the people who just want something decent, because ain't no N-words, ain't no profanity on there. So they can't say, well, how I'm going to let my child listen to this, because ain't none of that on there. I mean, it's a hell of a lot of dead crackers, but I mean, they deserve to die. So you know, I want you to tell me when you did, tell me about the brother. Tell that story, because I want people to see how it is. You can really separate the people who are serious about doing something for our race, or the ones who you really realize have some coward in them. Tell the story when the brother told you when he heard Black Power Manhood rap that it was too violent, but he let his son listen to Rick Ross. Tell that story real quick, brother.
Yeah, well, a good friend of mine who always supported what I did, support my music, good friend of mine, still a good friend of mine. I played it for him, and then I guess when he got a chance to listen to it on his own, you know, he said it was too hard, like especially the anti-fag tracks that we had, the Spike Lemonade and everything. He said, I can't play this in my stall, like it's too hard. I can't play this in front of my kid, like. And so I asked him, I said, do you let him listen to Rick Ross? And he just looked at me and said, well, you got that. Because obviously he does. So, you know, it's just a shame that people, you know, feel that being too, there's such thing as being too black on a song. That scares me. But they listen to Black Death all day without a problem.
So you can talk about raping black women and putting black men in trunk of cars and murdering them. But when you talk about killing a Mobutu, and you ain't even doing it, you just talking about the feeling that you have in a country where you got a First Amendment right, supposed to have one. The black person who's a friend feels that their child can't listen to that, even though they can play music to their children, talking about having sex with 20 different women and all that stuff to their children. This is amazing. This is what we're going to do. I just said we're going to do it. We're going to go, and I'm going to play this Mr. Mobutu. Should I talk one more phone call? Oh, go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah, but let me just say one thing about the Mr. Mobutu track, man. Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Che Black again, man. Che Black delivered on that joint. There's even people now calling for Che Black to do a solo project. I'm going to go ahead and just put it out there and throw the pressure on the brother and say, you may have to do something, because the people are calling for it, and you got to give the people what they want, brother. Yeah, he came through and delivered on that track. That's one of my favorites as well, though.
Yeah, no question, no doubt about it. I ain't gonna lie, I would jack him, but I don't want to get gooned out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just say, yeah, Che did a good verse. How about that? All right, we're gonna play this. All right, bye. Y'all gonna really like this. My tech is just taking a second, brothers and sisters, but trust me, when it comes in, it's gonna come in right. Give me 1 second, brothers and sisters. Come on, man. Give me 1 second.
30-year-old Colonel Desire Mobutu has become the new strongman of this young republic, with the support of the majority of the Congolese army.
Mobutu had in fact been a trusted ally of Lumumba, who had appointed him head of the army only a few weeks earlier. He now declared he had deposed the Prime Minister.
United Front, Brooklyn, the members' revenge. Back to the old. You've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name. So was it worth it? And now today we still ain't free. So it seems it wasn't worth it to me. Mr. Mobutu, we've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name. So was it worth it? And now today we still ain't free. So it seems it wasn't worth it to me. Mr. Mobutu, if the devil had you enslaved, then the pecker would set you free. But the rest of us still enslaved. You got freedom, how could this be? You don't even deserve to breathe. You're a treasonous SOB. Hope they kill you before we do you for your loyalty, there's a feast, see? It's very tragic when a brother turns savage, but I don't know which one is worse, a traitor or a faggot. You did it for the cabbage, the cheddar and the carrots. Because you fear the battle, you won't help us stay the dragon and the sadness. The enemy is close enough to grab him. If he's close enough to grab him, then he's close enough to stab him. Couldn't fathom pulling the trigger on Brother Malcolm, or working with the pigs to kill Fred Hampton, our chairman. A race traitor, the cracker pull your strings like a bass player. May you be forever erased, hater. Ain't no reason for treason, but if I see you, I'ma beat you till you catch amnesia or stop breathing. You've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name. It wasn't worth it, and now today you still ain't free. So it seems it wasn't worth it to me, Mr. Mobutu. We've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name. So it wasn't worth it, and now today you still ain't free. So it seems it wasn't worth it to me, Mr. Mobutu. What's a traitor's motivation? Is it the money? Do you fear confrontation with Satan, or disbelieve that we can run our own nation? You rather stay with the racists and it's disgracing the razor I cut your face with. It's the same one you gon' feel in your chest, like when the bass hit. Shotty under your chin, give you a facelift. You already been judged, so don't you say ish. You the type to be happy riding the slave ship. These cavemen made you see benefit to enslavement. May your blood forever cover the pavement. Every hour there's a warrior born, ready to kill till every coward is gone. Seize power and more, you eating out the crack pan like a dog. Got you doing all the chores, even cleaning the floors. I really don't understand how you sleeping at all, but this issue will get resolved once the heat is involved. We've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name, so it wasn't worth it. And now today you still ain't free, so it seems it wasn't worth it to me, Mr. Mobutu. We've been betrayed for your personal gain. The people spitting on your grave, now they cursing your name, so it wasn't worth it. And now today you still ain't free, so it seems it wasn't worth it to me, Mr. Mobutu.
Mr. Mobutu, I catch you in my scopes, I'ma do you. Yelling your hooroo, shoot you in the face from the moon roof. Mr. Mobutu, my fist spitting, lift your medulla. Official troopers, everybody with me a shooter. Separate the pitch from the poodle. Business as usual, it gets brutal. I show you how a goon move, ruin you. Hit up your funeral, spin on your tomb too. Mr. Mobutu, I must remove you and every offspring that came through you. Remain neutral, the same to you. To pick sides or get banged on too. Mr. Mobutu, you got a new suit, but still the same old coon. Learn some new moves, but dancing to the same old tune. Playing the game where there ain't no rules. Winning survival, and best believe I ain't gon' lose. Mr. Mobutu, I came to bring shame on you. Every time they say your name, crowds blue. Synonymous with foul dude. Mr. Mobutu, your days is through. And the deja vu, I aim at you. Squeeze in the same who. Wanna act and play like you. I ain't here to play no games with you, or trying to hear a thing from you. Mr. Mobutu, it's past time you pay some dues. Blood stains and pools, slugs laying in you. Mr. Mobutu, ain't enough praying for you. Mr. Mobutu, you through in hell's waiting for you. Mr. Mobutu.
Word. United Front. All y'all traitors gonna catch it, man. Word up. Gene Roberts, Officer Al, Messy Jesse.
On the 1st of December, after 5 days on the run, Lumumba and 2 colleagues were captured by Mobutu's troops. Oblivious to world sensitivities, Mobutu allowed Lumumba to be manhandled and paraded in front of the cameras.
Man, that's actually probably my second favorite track on there. Yes, sir. Definitely. Che Black.
Yes, Che Black definitely came through and represented on that, man. He represented.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, let me go to the phone lines here. Get one more call in here. Let's go to 0077. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Garvey. Praise Nat Turner. Glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And long live the spirit of Shakamusa Bagashango, Del Jones, and all the ancestors. Abibi Fahodier, Black Power, Clap Cowards, Ishihuru Mayasa, touching base with the God. Hey, Bonnie. You know what I mean?
What's going on, brother?
Peace, man. Salute to God. You know what I mean? Salute IG as well. Man, that Lumumba's revenge is blood clot fire. You know what I mean? It's done in the place. Lyrically, nobody fucking with you. Excuse my language. I know this may be a family show, but good God. I mean, nobody's touching the brother lyrically. You know, and I seen the transformation. I've known you for years, brother. You know what I mean? From the organized days, from when you was, you know, killing the industry and they didn't want to let you in. You know what I mean? To now, you know, the transformation as far as lyrically and using the music for the people. You know what I mean? It's just so beautiful. I love it. I salute you. I want the ancestors to continue to use you, man, because you're doing more than a hell of a job. You're an inspiration, and you go down, you know what I mean, as the dopest lyricist that, you know what I mean, top 5 dead or alive, man. You know what I mean, just off of your work. So, you know, I really want people to know that and hear that, and that's real, you know what I mean, real talk. So, you know, Bibby for Hodier, you know what I mean, IG, I'm sorry I wasn't able to come out there, but, you know, I got fam, I got a pregnant wife here, so you already. So, you know what I mean, eventually, inshallah, I'll be able to come up there and see the rest of y'all when we have another Warriors conference. But we here, and we salute, you know what I mean, everybody. I mean, everybody in the movement and Black Pride all day.
Thank you, brother. That's my brother right there. Yahoo, man. I love you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your work, brother.
Bibby Hodier, man. IG, Black Power, cowards.
Yes, sir. Black Power, straight Black Pride. And, you know, now, wait a minute. Is that the brother that had his children at the joint?
Say it again? No, that's not him. That's not him. He wasn't able to make it. He's supposed to come.
Okay. Because I was about to say, man, we had a brother who had his children, man. I mean, singing Change Gonna Come. They were all pampered out in their uniforms. I mean, when I say strong, I was like, yo, they should have started the joint out. I was like, yo, what happened, man? I mean,
yo, is that the babies that did the shoot the cracker back joint? Something like that?
Yeah. That's brother Ali Muhammad.
Oh, that was
Ali Muhammad. He came through. That's my brother right there too. Respect to that brother too. That was a serious brother right there. Working hard for the people.
Yeah. Let me go to my brother Daryl from DC, Southside homie. Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
What's up, brothers? Praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of our brother Khalid Abdul Muhammad. How you brothers doing this evening?
Thanks, brother.
Look,
what's
I
up,
have
brother?
to tell y'all, this was one of the most amazing weekends ever. And especially being with you brothers. Y'all are just the strongest gods that a brother can be around. And my God, my gun, that's my theme song. That's who I am. That's me. Hey, they say every man got to have a theme song. That's mine, right? That thing there, that's every day for me. But that other stuff you do and all you brothers do, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And what it's going to do and what we need to do is get these messages that you brothers put forth so eloquently into our people's heads so the culture can change. We got to change what they see and what they hear. I don't know how we do that, but that's so important to bring people into the fold of what we're trying to do. They got to be able to get these messages that you brothers are getting and get rid of that other cultural BS that they got going on. So I just want to keep this short and quick. Genie, you represented as always. You know how you do. You just do what you do. Tay Black on the ones and twos. He's doing him, making everything beautiful. I mean, it was just the most amazing thing. And not to mention, this last point I want to make, I was able to bring a sister who has realized that an African American does not fit an African. It don't work. She's realized that. She's been through these dudes. She's my ex. She's been through these dudes, and she's realizing that they don't fit her. It's like putting, a square into a round hole. It's not going to work. And so when we try to, force feed our Africanness into this African American paradigm, it ain't going to work. We got to understand it's anti. It's like it don't work. But other than that, it was just great to be around the brothers and the sisters and feel the energy. Every time I go to one of these, it feels like the Million Man March to me. I'm an old dude. And and I tell you, I wish Coakley was here Steve Coakley was here to hear you brothers, because back in the 90s, there was some other brothers out there doing a little bit, and he he really embraced that. You know, he really embraced the hip hop culture. You know, he was good friends with pretty much Public Enemy and everybody else who was, you know, speaking some good conscious stuff. And if he could just be allowed to hear this, and it would just, I know it would just tear him up, because this is what's needed. We got to change what our people hear, and this is what they need to hear in order for us to be Africans again. And I just appreciate you brothers for putting in that work and keep that heat on them, and you know, you keep that pain at them, and it's gonna be all good. Peace, brothers.
Thank you, brothers. Peace, black man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have to keep the heat going, because I never ever thought that I would start getting soft, but I saw the first sign of it recently. We was I forget where I was, but somebody had a video where they was showing Arab chop an Arab head off, and that's the kind of stuff, like, I love that. I don't tell nobody, but, like, I love watching that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's a straight black pride thing or what, but some reason I was looking, I was like, I don't really want to watch this. Then some started going through me. I said, you know what? I done seen too many people. When you make the transition and really start building stuff, sometimes you lose that other side. And I said, you know, I can't do that. So I said, hey, come on, play that thing. And I turned it around. I know people think I'm making this stuff up. I'm dead serious. I said, you know, I done seen too many people strong one time and then later in their life turn it off, and then that can have a negative impact. I'm like, you know, you got to always keep that vein. It's got to stay strong in you, because when the young people come up, whatever you do, they're going to take it and they're going to accelerate it and be more extreme with it. So if you're giving them filth, they're going to accelerate the filth, and ain't going to be nothing there but filth, and it's going to be worse filth than you came. If you're giving them revolution, it's going to be way more revolutionary and way more harsh than what you did. And you're going to have to be able to decide, are you going to be able to accept what you gave them, what grows out of that? And what these brothers are producing now, when we create a system that makes this popular among our people and our children grow up on it, this next generation, because we done lost the generations down to 5, 7 years old. We done lost them. But them 5-year-olds and 7-year-olds that grow up listening to this stuff, in 20 years, Whitey's going to have a problem. The Mobutus, the Oprah Winfreys of the world, the Jesse Lee Petersons of the world, all of these enemies of African people, they're going to have some problem. You grow up on United Front, you don't produce a child that rapes and molests in their own community or kills their people or takes money, try to mess with their own brother, sister on a job or something. You create a person that's a freedom fighter for their own race, and that person is not going to take no for an answer when it comes to liberation of African people. So we got to make sure we keep this thing hot like fire, brothers and sisters. So let me go to one more phone call here we got on the line. And then I'm going to play, I think we're going to, can I agree, can we play the last song at the very end of the program?
Go for it, brother.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this call right here. We're going to go, I think it's Detroit. And then I'm going to let you wrap up, tell people where they can get the album again, how they can get it, say any last words, and we're going to end the program with the last song of the album. So 5836, praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Praise Nat Turner, glory to Marcus Garvey, and long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, BB48 brothers. Man, I guess what you, a couple songs I heard, I tuned in late, they straight fire. And I always support Afrikan Insurrektion Muzik, you know, starting from the first one I got, which was it Black Manhood? I maybe chopping up the name, but yeah, I support. So I just want to know, how can I get the album? I got to get this one, man. This is straight fire, Bomani.
Well, you can purchase it through PayPal. My PayPal account is Young Khalid. That's Khalid with 2 L's. YOUNG KHALLID. Pardon me. Pardon myself. Tired, man. It's been a long weekend.
Yes,
the digital download is $10, and the physical CD is $15. That's it. That includes shipping and handling. So just hit us up on PayPal, and I'll send it out to you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you.
No doubt. And Gene, you keep doing your thing too. You know, I'm always support, man. Hey, both y'all brothers, y'all definitely doing the thing for the community and the people. So, hey, BB40, brothers.
The BB40, family.
Oh man, this is beautiful, man. But look, man, let's I'm gonna let all y'all three brothers chop it up and say whatever it is you want to say to wrap the program up. And then definitely, matter of fact, right now before we start taking the closing comments, give the people where they can get the album again and how they can purchase it.
Well, currently at the moment, we're only taking orders via email through PayPal. I'm sorry. My PayPal is youngkhalid@gmail.com. For the digital downloads, it's $10. It's Khalid, Khallid, Young Khalid. Like I said, the digital downloads is $10. The physical CD is $15, and that includes shipping and handling. So just get at me, and I appreciate all those who purchased, all those who supported at the Warriors Conference. You know, everybody who's been buying online, like the orders is just coming in steady. And, you know, I appreciate the love, man. It's really overwhelming. I feel great about it. And shout out to Lone Star RBGs, Brother Supreme, Big Sad, Baba Amin, Brother Junichi, the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? It was good to link up with them brothers. Brother Junaga and the whole crew down in North Carolina, the RBG family on there. Brother Sundiata, much respect to everybody, man. I appreciate the love.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, y'all brothers got anything y'all want to say before we put people on the liberation train?
Yo, yeah, real quick, I just want to say that, you know, Bomani's my favorite MC in the world. I'm not just saying that because that's my brother. No, I'm dead serious, you know. He know that, you know what I mean? But I just want to put it out there, man. Like we a real team. Like we really build off of each other when we create this music. And I just want people to know that we gonna drop something real nice for them. You know what I mean? By the end of this year, man, UF gonna have something else coming for them. You know, marinate on this. You know what I mean? But by the time you get everything on there, we gonna have something else for you to break apart and, you know, and read like a good book. You know, coming soon. That's all I'm gonna say for now.
Fantastic. All right. What about you? Shea Blackdale, he gone?
Shea Black is gone.
Okay. All right.
Shea Black is gone. It's been a long weekend, man. Brothers are tired, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I definitely understand that word called tired. Well, look, with that said, brothers and sisters, I hope y'all enjoyed this program halfway as much as I did. And this song here, tell us a little bit about this thing, man. I think it's pretty much a universal favorite. And I'll be honest, this is another one of those songs that fit that vein where, for me, it's like spiritual life food. It's called Liberation Train. Tell me the idea behind this and kind of draw the picture for us while we go into playing this in the program.
I mean, basically, it's me getting wisdom from someone who's forgotten. It's me getting blessed with wisdom from someone who has put in the work, someone who has worked on behalf of Africans, but yet is still forgotten. His name isn't written in history. He isn't known. There ain't no documentaries on him, but he's the one that struggled for our liberation regardless. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, when I wrote it, I kind of just, like I said, whatever was in my chest is what came out. And I believe at times when you know, the ancestors can speak through you, through your talents, through your gifts that you've been blessed with. So I know when I hear it, I hear the ancestors speaking to me.
Brother says this song, it's a very visual song as the brother meets a brother who's a freedom fighter, and he represents, like for me hearing this, he represents all the brothers and sisters who do the work and get no credit for the work that they do. I mean, I really think for the workers on the ground that do the work, and for people who could contribute to their race in every way they can, sometimes we get discouraged. This song is it's almost like blues to the soul of a person that's been through something, and you hear that blues song that talks about what it is, and even though there's a somberness in it, there's an uplifting thing for it because somebody understands, and you realize you're not the only one dealing with it. Somebody can articulate your pain and your struggle, and it just makes you feel better and keeps you going on, and that's how this song moves me, man. And I can honestly say, this album is so good, I haven't digested it yet. I mean, people say, what are you going to say? I can't say it's the best I've ever. I still am trying to digest what I'm hearing with this album. It's so explosive for the African mind. I haven't even got the words together yet to really give a consensus of what I have to say about this, except to say it's a classic, and the work that y'all are doing is changing the course of history for our people. And all we got to do is put the pieces together, and we got to raise the people we can save. And you all are part of that process. And I don't want y'all brothers to ever stop doing what you're doing. I want y'all to know, man, y'all know this. I don't need to say this, but this is all I do. I believe in y'all, and I'm 100% behind y'all in every way, shape, or form. I'm a very critical person. Y'all know that. I criticize. I'm a jerk, but it's all out of love because I believe in y'all the way I believe in myself, and anything I can do for y'all, I mean this. I give my life for y'all brothers, and I take lives for y'all. That's real. I'm with y'all all the way. Please don't ever stop doing what you're doing, because much as I love you for doing it, if you ever stop doing this, man, I'll get bitter, man, because our race needs y'all brothers and sisters out there doing this great work, man. So, man, know I love y'all, man. I'm with y'all. Anything you need, I'm with you. My wife, my queen, my babies, we got y'all, man. Love y'all, brothers.
Love you too, brother. Love you too, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, with that said, brothers and sisters, that's you know what? Let me go ahead. Give me just as we peace out, brothers. Can we give a straight Black Pride?
Straight Black Pride.
All right. That's United Front, Ambassador Omar Wale and Bomani Mayasa, United Front General. We're gonna end this program like we always do. This is the Liberation Train song, the last song on the album. Want to say to you, brothers and sisters, hey, you hear some things that are strong and harsh, and I know it's African insurrection music, and it might turn some people off, but hey, we didn't come here to be your friends. We came here to save our race. We love you, and we'll see you on the battlefield. War on the horizon. Yeah.
Check. Shout out to Lone Star RPGs. Sahel United Front. I want to thank y'all, man. University Ave. All the support, all the love through the years. End of the road. Yeah. It's Lumumba's revenge. All my people. Last stop on this train. May your spirit live on forever. Train to liberation. Back to the old. Let's go. Queen Jasira. Jay Black. Irritated Genie. What up, Rod Wild? Yeah. Glorious Asiatic. Let's go. The God's truth. Yeah. All right, man. For real. Let's go. Yeah. I got so many things to say, but little time to say it. My grandmama told me that your life is what you make it. My ancestors told me human life is what is sacred. And love is something real, but not impossible to fake it. Most brothers base their life on trying to get a sister naked. Gain material possessions, manhood measured by their paper. Self-worth determined by a decimal and comma. Harder to develop honor growing up without a father. We need some body armor, but you waiting on karma to fight this wicked beast while you puffing on a scammer. You can smoke the ganja, but you can't escape your problem. Saw a brother on a train eating chains like Obama. A penny for his thoughts, so I gave the man $1, and he dropped some knowledge on me. He had wisdom like a scholar. He told me keep cool and never ever follow a fool on the battlefield, cause he'll be the groom to recite the fatal nuptials and marry the tomb. Always be certain, never try to assume that every mess can be clean with the mop and the broom. Hit every cop in the room if you poppin' your ooze. Much stains on his clothing and his knuckles all swollen. It seemed like he was glowing after every word spoken. His voice sounded raspy from the cigarette smoking. I dropped some more change inside the cup that he was holding. I told him keep talking. He said let's walk. Then old Malcolm X takes speeches playing in his Walkman. It had a button missing and he said that it was given when his daughter came to visit him in prison on Christmas. Some people kept their distance from the sense that he admitted, but they mingled with these dirty, filthy crackers. What's the difference? I asked him for his name, and his eyes showed pain like a child that's lost, searching for mommy in the rain. I'm the African they stolen, beaten, treated like a slave. I'm the African rebelling, slicing crackers with the blade. The one thrown overboard to drown amidst the waves. The one who sacrificed my life so someone else was saved. The one you keep forgetting, whose history's unwritten. I made a contribution, just hope hoping I made a difference. People call me Mumia, some call me Matulu, some call me Sundiata. Can't get this wisdom on YouTube. The brother who was lynched, cause some house Negro snitched. Beaten and castrated, body thrown inside a ditch. I'm the one who made the commitment, while others ride the fence to one. And he stopped short, leaving me in suspense. He pulled out the mirror, asked me, what do you see? He said, brother, I am we, you a reflection of me. That's real. Lumumba's revenge.